everybody. Please let me know down in the chat that you all can hear me. Please let me know, girl, because I want to make sure that this thing is hooked up without issue. What is going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up in Aries? What's going on, Dylan? Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Romel. What's going on, honey? Hey, BB. What's going on, everybody? I hope that you guys can hear me without issue. I feel like if you can't, you will indeed. Okay, perfect. Because sometimes I can never tell if you can or can't with this mic that I'm using. So thank you so much for confirming. I appreciate you guys. All right. So just giving y'all a heads up. All right. Your girl being motherfucking tired. And there are some shows that I have yet to do a review on, like Candy and the Gang, as well as Bad Boys LA. So as we wait for more people to come into the room, I am going to go ahead and do the reviews for Bad Boys LA, as well as Candy and the Gang. Okay, I definitely took some dry notes, and so we're going to have quick conversations about that. Okay, what else I have coming up for you guys? I also have some gossip things. Okay, we're going to be talking about, of course, Miss Ashley Darby. We know that's what you guys came for. Okay, we're going to be talking about, I think I'm going to touch on Gia and DJ Envy, the interview that she had recently, because I did listen to that not too long ago. What else I got? Of course, Joseline Hernandez, you know, the Kardashians, Blac Chyna. We're going to get into all of that, okay? Then I'm also going to get into some This Is Messy, okay? So we will be doing that. I think I have about 3 rounds of This Is Messy for you guys. And depending on how I'm feeling, once we wrap up with This Is Messy, I might go ahead and continue and do my reviews on the Ultimatum, okay? So I'm either going to do that at the end of this live, or I'm going to come back to you guys with another video. Actually, another few videos, because I literally binged watched episodes, because, you know, I already gave you guys the review for episode 1 and 2. So I binged watched from 3 all the way down to the reunion. And I actually took separate notes on each one, because I was going to do an individual review for each episode, right? So I have individual notes. So if I were to do that, girl, towards the end of this live, just know it's going to be a very long live. Okay, whatever. All right, but just so I could get it out the way. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I hope we see each other. All right, what's going on, Keely Lolo? What's up, Norris? What's going on? Just started watching. You did, Dylan? You just started watching the Ultimatum? Let me tell you, baby, it's a mess. It's a mess. But it was interesting. Like, I was gonna cut off after episode 4. Then I said, no, let me get to 5. I'm gonna cut off at 6. No, let me get to 6. So it literally went like, damn, girl, let me just finish this thing up. That's how it went for me. Okay. I feel like some parts, though, I may not have gotten all of the notes, because I kind of like tuned out a little bit. Primarily, I feel when Madeline got on the screen, but we'll definitely talk about that. Hopefully, I am in that mood to where we can go ahead and get all of that done on this live tonight. I thank you all so much for coming in and joining. You could be anywhere. So as you come in, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Please, please, please. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And also be sure to share the video on your social media platforms, text messages, girl, whatever, honey. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it all. Thank you all so very, very much. Okay, so you just finished the reunion today? Okay, cool. Cool, honey. All right. So, I mean, we might talk about it. All right. So let's just go ahead and hop right on in as we wait for more people to come on in. Okay. So let's first off talk about Candy and the Gang real quick. Okay. Dom and Chandrilla, they ended up having a conversation about her pretty much ratting out her himself when it comes to Chandrilla. Out here running amok in the palace, talking SHI about Todd and Candy. Okay. It got back around. So she had to find out that it was indeed her, and she just wanted to share the information with Chandrilla. Patrick, Brandon, and Torrent. Do y'all know where the hell they went? Because it looked like they went over to Brandon's house. Was that Brandon's house? Because I was a little confused of everything that the hell was going on up in there. Okay, because at one point he had an old couch. He had some type of art pieces in the back. It didn't really look like it was a house. It looked like somebody's finished basement, maybe. Then you got a bar area somewhere else. Girl, let me see. Was it just me, or did they actually go to a bar? Because I was confused. Like, I said, girl, where the hell did he? I thought they was pulling up to the man's house. So he got a whole bar in the house. Girl, let me see. Georgia gonna turn anything, okay, into a place to stay, period. Okay. So I was a little confused. It was confusing to see Brandon go and get a bucket. Did y'all see the container of ice? I said, girl, do what you want to do, honey. Just go and get, I don't know. I guess he scooped it out of somewhere. Girl, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do, baby. Definitely hood rich is what it was giving. Patrick having the housewarming party and can't find the furniture because obviously the furniture that he likes, Miss Safari says that she don't like it. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I don't like it. When you don't like it, I don't like it. Okay, Brandon wants to have a standing social because he ain't got no furniture, or at least Brandon suggests that Patrick should have. I think Brandon suggested it. Either way, Patrick is going to have a standing social because he don't have no furniture, and that bothered me so much because I'm like, aren't your aunties showing up and your grandma? The least you can do is get 3 chairs for the OLGs. Like, that's the wild. Torin was over there grabbing up pieces. Like, how you gonna grab up these tables and not grab up at least 2 chairs for each table? That's the least he could have done. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be taking stuff from OLG. But anyway, what else ended up happening? Brandon tells them about him getting caught on camera with his boo Dom. He tells them about the ultimatum where one of them may have to leave the restaurant. Dom ain't planning on leaving the restaurant, and Dom Juan just said that that's not going to be a situation where she's going to be leaving anyway. So why is that still a conversation? Anyway, Brandon talks about wanting a family. Patrick also wants a family child. By Patrick. Brandon know he lazy, in my opinion. Okay, when they get back to the restaurant, the ice machine done broke down. You got Don Juan and you got Philip over here trying to clean it, and I just feel like that's outside of the scope of, I ain't gonna say outside of the scope really, but I just felt like before Don Juan got on his knees to clean up, I felt like Brandon should have been the first person getting down there trying to clean some shit up. And he wasn't trying to do that. Okay, just ignorant. Do you guys show the driller like, oh, they need you over there, they looking for your help. They need you, gonna go over there, you gonna help him out. Girl, do you think he went? I said, not you, lazy as hell on the job, and you want me to think that you're not lazy as hell at home? Girl, we see what that house look like, Dom. You sure this the one you want? Well, America is just asking. Anyway, what else? Torin then invited Chandrilla to Patrick's party, and I said, now why would you do that? Then I had to think about it, and I said, well, I don't think he told him that she couldn't come. Okay, so I mean, you ain't say that she couldn't come, so he gonna invite her anyway. OLG have a bake-off. They ended up choosing Mama Joyce's pineapple cake or something like that, angel pineapple cake. So they're gonna put that on the menu at the OLG restaurant. Dom and Brandon, okay. Why do I have, okay, yeah. So they talk about the housewarming. I think they were, I don't know where they went, but they were talking about the housewarming. Oh, I think they went to go to this treat place for the dog, which was actually cute. So they're talking about the housewarming, and she's trying to see whether or not they're going to be going together. And he seems like he's a bit hesitant to answer, and she really got upset about that. And I'm like, well, girl, you already know the situation that y'all in. Why is you in your feelings about this for real? Like, I don't think that she should have been in her feelings about that. Like, I mean, y'all not going there together and going separate ain't for to break up y'all relationship. Like, it's just what it is. But, you know, hey, he told her, listen, we're going to go together. So that's fine, child. What else? Brian and Torin. I think they talked about the housewarming because I think Torin wanted Brian to donate some of his egg rolls. And he ended up doing it. Although he wasn't initially trying to do it because, girl, he wanted to go ahead and give him a coin, but he was willing to do it for the exposure. So there's that, right? So then we get to the housewarming. Girl, it ain't no chairs. Safari says that she didn't want him to have people energy in his house, so he didn't bring no chairs. That's what I think, okay? I don't think she said it, but that's what I think. I think that Safari didn't want nobody sitting on his furniture and all of that. So he made the decision to not have anything in there because it was enough with everybody standing in there. That's enough energy. We don't need the energy seeping down into the, the cloth or anything. I'm like, Y'all, the more they show Miss Safari as cute as she is, I don't like her. I'm starting not to like Miss Girl too much, okay? What else? Brian, he done got up there and started singing something Amazing Grace at a housewarming party. I said, girl, what the fuck is this? You talking about fast forward? Love it. Love Brian. Love him. But girl, fast forward hard because I ain't caring about it. Dom and Brandon arrived and Chandrika outside. So first of all, Dom and Brandon went to the restaurant to eat with Chandrilla and her boyfriend. So they sit down there eating, and then they say, well, listen, now mind you, Chandrilla thinks she's supposed to go anyway because she was invited by so-and-so. So she's like, okay, well, Dom said, well, I'm gonna go inside, test everything, and then I'll let y'all know. So Dom went inside and she said, well, listen, I want to let y'all know that Chandrilla them outside. And Safari said, and they could stay outside. And I want to say, shut up. Who the talking to you? Shut up. Is this your house? Do you pay any bills up in this mother? Do you fix anything around here? Girl, you barely fixed a piece of corner over there that's supposed to be his meditation center. Shut up. Girl, she talks, and they could stay outside. I'm like, girl, this girl do not want your parking lot pimping as man. Okay, she does not. Girl, as cute as you are, you come off insecure. Girl, don't nobody want him. Girl, I was like, ooh. And Candy, I don't know if y'all caught how Candy was kind of looking at her like, you gonna let her talk to you? And then when Candy said, well, she said, did you invite them? He was like, yeah, I invited them at first, but you know what I'm saying? I had talked to my girl and we had made a list and we had decided that they weren't going to come. Candy says, well, hold up. Because it seemed like Safari wanted to talk. Hold up a little bit. Listen, you might want to go outside and let them know. And here goes Safari. You want me to go with you? No, stay your fat bubble face right here. Stay right here. Okay? Don't go nowhere. Stay inside. I got it. It bothered me so because I know she went out there to make sure that he didn't change his mind. And I ain't bothered because it's not that deep. If you feel like Chandrilla can come in and snatch your dude when she's engaged to a whole nother man, then he was never a good man for you anyway. Girl, but I bet she watching the screen and looking at her stuff and like, ooh, I can't believe I acted like that. Oh my God, I can't believe I hope you thinking that. Anyway, so the what else? The whole combo about being invited versus uninvited. Torrin goes outside. He's messy self. Torrin, Patrick, Safari, they go out. Soon as Torrin see them, he come out, girl, why y'all not inside? I said, you are so messy, Portia. You are so messy. You already know the answer. Coming down there being messy. And Patrick was like, chill out, bro. Chill out. Like, you already know what's going on. Like, calm down, sir. So Patrick broke the news and then told him that they weren't invited. And then told, oh, boy, like, I know you respect your girl, just like I respect my girl. She'll feel comfortable with y'all being here, so y'all can't come in. And old boy was like, all right, bet. And I guess we finna head out. But, oh, boy, I don't know his name. And June, I think it's June. June said that he didn't like the fact that Dom went upstairs and did not come back downstairs. And I kind of understood him a little bit. I didn't, because I'm like, well, shoot, they just got to the party. Like, they was invited. Y'all the ones that wasn't. Why we gotta walk outside? But it's the fact that she said, I'm gonna go check the scenery for y'all, get them, let them know, whatever. So she definitely, to me, left with intentions of being able to come back down should things go left to talk to them, right? And she did it. Like, the least she could have did was either text, called, came down and just checked on her, hit her up like, y'all good, y'all straight, whoop de whoop de whoop. Right, but obviously Dom don't care too much about that. So what else? I think that was it. Brandon kissing all on Dom the whole night, and then you got the OLG side. No, he know he wrong for that. Now why is he over there kissing on that girl like that up in our face? And I'm sitting up here looking like, well, why is y'all acting like y'all ain't never been there before? Like, how you think the rest of the clan that's in here got killed? Like, girl, why is y'all tripping? Why is y'all tripping? Anyway, girl, that's about all that the episode gave us. I wanted to make sure that I give you guys a quick old rundown regarding Candy and the gang. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying real quick. Right, you and them eyelashes stay put. And she a cute girl, super cute. Just sit your down. Okay, I have never seen this show, but whoever Safari is, all I know is she thinks it's cool to hang TVs up by chains, OMG, and does, okay? Do you hear what I say? Girl, you only watched the first, really, Kay? I mean, I did see where the ratings actually dropped for the latest episode. They're not increasing. They might increase next week because, you know, people like drama. There's going to be some conflict and things happening. But I did hear where the ratings dropped. And y'all know whose show I have not watched at all yet? Karen Huger of Potomac. I have not seen her show yet. I heard her ratings weren't that great, but it was the first episode, you know. I thought I was going to be like, oh, let me check it out. But I'm not. I'm like, oh, okay. I see it when I see it, girl. Yikes. Maybe I'll check it out tonight or something. Maybe that'll be one of the ones I fall asleep on tonight. Safari doing too much. If she want to do something, she should have got she should have got some chairs for the older people. Had them people on suitcases, do you? And this is what bothered me. Had them on suitcases, but I don't know if y'all saw Bertha sat on a suitcase, but it was a chair that Nora sat in at one point, and I was like, how Aunt Nora just comfortably sitting in this chair? Where is Aunt Bertha sitting at? Ain't she the oldest? Girl, these folks here was a mess, honey. It was definitely a mess of a housewarming. The more I watch, the more it feels heavy-handed produced. Ooh, okay. Is it me or has the last 3 episodes not been about nothing? And I hate to say this, I hate to say it, but yeah, it hasn't been as entertaining. I still think that it has the potential to do even better, but it doesn't make you want to run and be like, oh, Candy and the Gang on, like, let me see what's going on. So I think this is like what, if you want to say they pilot season or whatever. So I feel like it was a good start. They had like what, 400 and some people, 400,000 plus people watching. I feel like they can see the comments, see what Twitter is saying and things, and just like work on some better producing or whatever for the next season, right? I think they have room to grow, is what I'm thinking. I mean, did she already sign like a 3-year deal or 3-season deal or something like that? No, she got like a multi-deal for this particular show. So yeah, you know, it'll get there. Thank you so much, Brandy, for the super chat. Dom says she sent them a text asking if she was good on Speak on It. But girl, you cracked me up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. I honestly have not gotten a chance to check out any of Candy's Speak on It with the cast. Girl, I gotta do better, y'all. It just seems like it don't be enough time in the day. But I'm gonna have to check out some of those and see what they're talking about. And then that's probably what we're gonna end. Just like Ty said, that's really probably what we're gonna see the reunion anyway. Because I don't think they're gonna get one with Bravo, even though they need one. And I do want people to tune into the show. I want the show to get better. Because when I think about Vanderpump Rules, when that show was on, it seems like it had a large audience, and I believe that they got reunions and stuff. So I'm like, let's let this one get up off the ground too, you know? So yes, there's that. That's everything that I have on Candy and the Gang, girl. Let's go ahead and scoot on over. All right. And let's talk about real quickly Bad Boys LA, because not a whole lot happened on the show. Excuse me. Not a whole lot happened on the show. A lot of things took place in the studio, right? First of all, my question for America is, who told Milan that we wanted to see his deals or that people wanted to use them? And did you have to pub it or whatever like that on the show? Girl, I guess, honey. I said, baby, bye. And then he over there talking about the company reached out to him. I said, honey, I guess. At first, I didn't want to believe that they did, but considering the fact that he does have OnlyFans from what I believe, they probably did reach out to him. Okay, but I guess. Anyway, honey, he excited to get in the studio so people can hear them lackluster raps that he got going on. Meanwhile, Anthony is going to be the person in charge of the fashion show. So Anthony is excited about that. And what was so funny was Anthony tried to downplay the deal. But what was so funny was the fact that he never let it go. I said, Anthony, he kind of tried to throw like a little slick shade, but he kept it in his hand and didn't let it go. I was like, okay, girl, all right, well, do what you got to do, honey. Okay. Anyway, really be hilarious. Not interested in going to no studio, baby. Do not take me there. I don't care anything about it. But he went along with it anyway, but he is going to walk in the fashion show. We get to the studio. They over there choosing the track. Sounds like the track they ended up choosing was the intro music to the show. Okay, that's a Bad Boy. And I was wondering if that was Milan. Girl, clearly it was. Anyway, Moolah over there, as they coming up with the hook. Here go Moolah. I want a bad B.I.T. though. No, what you said? No, run the hook back. Run, because I want a bad B.I.T. Boy, sit your down. Sit down, sir. That's not, if you would listen to the lyrics, you out here so focused on making sure people know that you ain't gay. You ain't over here talking about wanting a bad boy. Girl, we know what you want. Sit down. Girl, he got on my nerves just a little bit. And they had to replay the song, but like retell, like, no, we said that's a bad boy. Get a bad boy. Is you mad, boy? Like, how did you get you want a bad boy out of all of this? Girl, I see why Kirion was over there questioning you. You're just doing a little Tony. Anyway, so meanwhile, Kirion over there tossing out ideas, and I just felt so bad for him because they was literally going in one ear and all the way out the other. Okay, into the trash can is where they were going, girl. Wasn't nobody trying to hear none of the ideas talk about riding on a bike. Milan was like, baby, I got X, Y, and Z amount of cash of chains on my neck. And you think I'm gonna be in a video round on a bike? Girl, I'm hollering. And I'm just laughing at the fact that Milan, I don't even believe the jewelry is real. I don't even believe what you said you spent on it. You actually spent. So calm down. But it's so comical to see Kirion get his dream shot down. Right? So Milan goes in the booth. He started rapping, lackluster. Curtis go in the booth. And personally to me, Curtis went in the booth and killed that SHI. Okay, I said, well, go ahead then, Curtis. Meanwhile, you got the engineer over here talking about, I gotta go. I said, not NIGGA. How do you gotta go? How you got? They didn't schedule the time. How you gotta go in the middle of the set and didn't even sit up here and save the audio? How that? And I said, producer. They just wanted to get a reaction. And then here go Kirion. I feel bad for him too. He was like, well, I could do it. All I gotta do is look on YouTube real quick. I gotta do my research real quick. Like, and if I could do my research, then I could say it. I don't want to mess it up and then like that. Girl, that's it, Milan over the edge. Over the edge for no reason. Now, first of all, if it was just Milan and the producer in there, Milan probably would have sat up there and tried to, YouTube it. I do understand the stress that Milan had because it's like, yeah, you could YouTube it, but there is still a high risk that you could damage it as well. And it's like, why would the man get up, not save it, and not even send to somebody what he already has recorded thus far? Like, that just makes no sense, which for me, especially when you have all these guys in the studio that act like they do music, so for me, that's what made me believe, girl, this is straight producer. Like, this is y'all activity that y'all put in. It looks a mess. But anyway, it was a scheme that Lemuel set up. But anyway, Kirion, we talked about that, how he was talking about YouTube. Milan got real disrespectful with him, calling out his dad, talking about how don't nobody know him, ain't nobody know him, until he started arguing with his daddy and stuff. Girl, I mean, Milan got real disrespectful, and he does this all the time. He does it all the time with different people, and it's like, why ain't nobody ran up in his? Where is Anthony? Where is Anthony? And Anthony, when you come on this show, I've been searching for you, Anthony, for a minute. When you come on this show, you better get him a run for his money. Okay, because he can get extremely disrespectful. And for what was also bothering me was Kirion saying, I mean, the leader of the group won't even take what I got. I said, leader? Do he pay any bills up in this mother? I have to go back to that. Okay, is he cashing a check for you guys? Is he sending you guys some money? Why are y'all calling him the leader of the group? What has he done besides be on Love and Hip Hop? Like, don't nobody give... Girl, you was on Love and Hip Hop and Andrew Caldwell still got more views than you. I can't. Anyway, let's keep going. What else? So they going back and forth. Long story short, it's just a bunch of bickering back and forth. Milan decided he was gonna get real ruthless with Kirion. Kirion decides he's gonna walk up on the table and real smooth, like Milan just grabbed the bottle that he had in his hand because he was gonna bust up in the face with it. Girl, these folks feel crazy. Milan starts telling him no one knew you, like I said, until you start arguing online with your dad. And then he just said some other stuff, like you just mad because something about him wanting to get smashed or something. Kirion was like, y'all want me to be gay so bad? And I'm like, well, Kirion, that may be what you want to be, baby, because you ain't clearing it up any other time. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what you got going on. That's about what you said anyway. So what's that? What else did Milan say to this man? I can't even remember. He was just being very, very disrespectful to old boy. It was a lot of stuff that he had to say. So there's that. That's pretty much everything that happened on Bad Boys LA. The only thing about these shows, it's like a run-on sentence. So like they film like the entire, I don't know how long the show is. I don't know if it's like 40 minutes or something. I can't remember. But let's say it's 45 minutes, right? 45-minute show. They film at least 40 of those minutes in one damn location and on the same stuff. And it's like, y'all need to get some variety, girl. Y'all really need to. Go and get y'all some variety, because I'm like about to cancel my thing. I mean, y'all ain't got anything else going on for real on the app that he out here advocating and so proud to have. Ain't got anything else going on. So yeah, that's gonna get canceled. What else? I want to see and you want to see and use the products. I've been asking for that flashlight for years. So what? Oh wow. Well, Dreams do come true then, I guess, honey. Milan is 38 years old. How long is he going to be doing this? That's what I'm saying. Real disrespectful. And then he said, that's what else he said. He was like, I can't believe I stuck up for him. Like, never again. Like, I can't believe. First of all, sir, nobody asked you to do that. And that's what another thing I do not like about him. He loves to insert himself in things. And then when he's at odds with that person, he likes to throw it up. First of all, sir, nobody asked you to do those things that you inserted yourself on. You chose to do that. So be mad with yourself. That boy never asked you to defend him. You chose to run up on Curtis looking like a fool. And then every time you run up on somebody, you always sneak them, which confirms that you're yet another weak BIT. Okay, which is sad because then I think he gonna try to get at Kyrian. He gonna try and sneak him when he off the bus. It's like, baby, y'all so weak. Like, I can't stand them. But there's that. That's pretty much everything that took place on Bad Boys LA. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, let's talk about some other things we got going on here, like this young man here. A lot of you guys may not know him. This is actually Kalon Walker, and I hope I said his name correctly. It may not matter to a lot of people how you say his name based on what I'm about to tell you. So this young guy actually was an actor at one point. I think he's only played in 2 things. One of them I haven't seen. I saw him in Superfly. I actually think that he did a great job in acting on that particular situation. Too bad he played a thug very, very well, girl. Anyway, there was another movie that he played in, I guess a while back, with Miss Holly Berry, and he actually ended up getting shouted out, I believe, and she like took pictures with him or whatever like that. All was well, okay, at the time. Well, unfortunately for him, right? I remember when this story took place. I feel like it could have been either the year 2020 or the year prior to that, where ladies started to come out with the allegations about him. Girl, let me go and put it up because you know how YouTube do, girl. I can't even say it, okay? So they started to come out with these particular allegations about him, and it resulted in him actually being locked up a few years ago. And I think his bail could have been 1 million, right? And then it was like he completely went ghost. And I wonder, like, dang, what happened to him? Like, is he still locked up with the boot, right? Well, I think he got out last summer, or maybe it was last fall. But he finally got out. And when he got out, I feel like he made a mistake. Hold on 1 second. Y'all don't hear me? Give me one. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Because I saw somebody said that there was no sound. So I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me know. 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 Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. Okay. Cool. So, dang, I forgot where I was. So let me go back. Let me go back. So this guy, I think he resurfaced last year. He ended up getting out, and I feel like where he messed up and where he oh, okay, perfect, BB. Thank you. Thank you. Where he messed up for me was when he got on social media and started doing this. Knowing them charges didn't go away, but you over here doing all this big talking. We're gonna talk about more about what all happened. But it was a lot of ladies that came out the first time. You heard like one lady, then a few more ladies, and all this other stuff. They came out, and that's when he got locked up. And I think his bond was like $1 million. Eventually, he got out at some point. I think he was only out for a few months. And he was just doing big talk. I guess he was out in North Carolina or something, like showing off his money in a bag. And I got this and that. I'm finna work on music. And we got this building here. You know what I'm saying? My family, we own this building and we finna do it. And it's like, baby, where's your attorneys? Who is the people that got you out? Like, why ain't nobody tell you to go do this and go have a seat? And then at one point I did see, because I knew this case, like once he got out, the girls were still on his head. The attorneys were still on his head trying to try this case and get everything, pushed forward. He ended up doing a live, and he was sitting outside, and he was like crying or something and talking about how I guess he had been having those thoughts of unaliving himself. So those things were coming up because he was saying that like he didn't do this or whatever, and that yeah, he just had a lot going on in his head. Like, this is very serious. I guess his family at that point started to like turn on him and stuff. So he had a whole lot going on. And girl, he got even more going on right now. We're going to get into it. First of all, shout out to Sweet Jasmine for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, girl. Look, I had to put that thing on the screen. You hear me, honey? because you know how Miss Girl be acting out here. Okay, so I'm reading from People, and they're saying Superfly actor Kalon Walker found guilty of the Big R 7 women. He did this to 7 women, including 3 aspiring teen models. Now, the lawyer of the rapper turned actor who faces, y'all, guess how this boy is facing on these charges of these women? He's facing 100 years to life when he's sentenced. This is what he's facing, what he's going to get, what the attorney is going to negotiate. I don't know, girl. Child, let's keep going, okay? Superfly actor Kalon, they also call him KR because he was an artist. And I actually, like, before this incident happened, I've actually listened to his music. And I was like, okay, he's not that bad, whatever, girl. But, you know, when I found this out, I was like, ooh. Yikes. Let's keep going. All right. They're saying that he has been convicted of R-ing 4 women and 3 teenage girls he met on social media. Now, on Monday, a jury in California found Walker guilty of 3 counts of forcible R and 1 count of assault to commit oral copulation. Oh, wow. 2 counts of statutory R and 2 counts of R by intoxication. It also was being said that he would pretty much lure the girls in by telling them that he knew Drake. He was familiar with Drake, and I guess when the girls went to, you know, link up with him, try to meet Drake, that never happened. He also, what they were alleging was that he also did photography, so that was another way that he would kind of like finesse his way in to getting closer to these young ladies and violating them in this capacity. At one point, he actually, I believe he was dating Kalani at one point, or they were close friends or whatever they had going on. So he actually, during that time that he got out and he was doing all this, and I was like, you need to fall back, sir. He ended up like airing, like, I guess, like text messages and just trying to air out Kalani and saying that we was in a relationship and you wanted to be with me and I ain't want this and that. So, girl, it was just a lot of airing out going on. A lot of airing out going on, child. So unfortunately for him, he's at a place where now he's about to be losing his life. Like, you know, 100 years to life. Now, granted, I don't know what he gonna get. They may be like, okay, we're just gonna give you 25. Okay, I mean, you ain't got no other charges on you. You've never done anything, first time offender. I don't know what they gonna say, right? But it makes me think if he was willing to unalive himself because he was feeling the pressure come down on him, I can imagine what he's going to be, you know, behind. I don't know if he's going to try to, you know, get this overturned or try and, you know, I don't know what he's going to, okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's going to try to fight this or what, you know, but I guess the girls had some really serious damaging evidence, okay, against you, sir, that you indeed did this. And I think all of the ladies pretty much had like similar stories. So that was another thing. They all had, you know, pretty much had similar stories. So there's that. And let me see how old he is. I think he's 27. Yeah, 27 or 28. They're saying 27. I think I saw some reports saying that he was 28. I'm not sure, one of the two. But his late 20s, and he's about to be facing pretty much his whole life in there. Whew, girl, gotta be careful out here in these streets. Okay, his character was so cute yet unlikable in Superfly, right? Exactly. Not Jen Shaw about to get 18. Let me see what else you guys are over here saying about these men really be taking advantage of their position. I'm happy these women are getting justice. Agreed. I feel like it happens a lot too in this in that entertainment sector because everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to get on. Everybody, you know, they want so much of the spotlight that they willing to, you know, go down those particular roads. And it's really sad. I hate that it was I hate that it's so common. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me think like now we're cracking down on these type of things, but it makes me reflect on people that came before us and how often they probably were violated. You know what I'm saying? Girl, it's crazy out here in these streets, baby. Crazy. They always tend to tell on themselves being social on the internet. Right. He just did too much. I was like, baby, this ain't it right here. You're about to be a goner. And indeed, he is. Okay. So if there's any other updates, you know, we'll discuss it over here on the channel, girl. But let's go ahead and get on and talk about Gia. Okay. I know her name is, it looks like it's Gia, but it's pronounced Gia. And she happens to be the wife to DJ Envy. They are releasing a book. So they've been actually going viral for the past few days because One, she did an interview, or they did an interview with the Breakfast Club, and what was stated at that time was that when it comes to orgasms or something like that, she would fake them. I didn't get the full clip, but I'm wondering, did you fake them the entire time that you were in this marriage with him? Or did you start to fake them after he cheated with Erica Mena? I didn't catch that, but I just know that she was out there faking them. And, you know, it kind of hurt his feelings because he felt like he was really getting it in. And I kind of chuckled a little bit because I said, that be the thing. A lot of y'all be out here really thinking that y'all getting it in and y'all not out here doing anything. Right? It makes me think of Tori on Ready to Love. Okay. Talking about he trying to put something in somebody's kidney the whole time. You ain't really doing Nathaniel. You know what I'm saying? Definitely sucks for him. She also went on to do an interview. Right? Not 37 kids. How many did she fake? No, they had 37 kids. You know, I that crossed my mind too. You know what I'm saying? But she also what else? She also did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and she just kind of detailed their relationship, the history of their relationship. She went into details about him actually cheating on her, and you know, what that was like, you know, what she experienced in that moment, how they came out of it, and all that other stuff, and why she believes that he's never going to cheat on her again. I'll be honest, a lot of people praise the interview, and I think that's great because to each his own. But for me, I was actually bothered a bit by the interview. There were a few things in the interview. I understand that they were young, but it really bothered me how he treated her, with being so controlling, and the fact that it made me think, okay, this is the perception that I received, and I could be wrong, but it made me think that she didn't understand her worth or receive the love that she needed to allow those things to happen over and over and over. And if you have a close friend telling you like, girl, he trash, like, I don't think that this ain't how this supposed to go, whoop. I'm sure that wasn't the only person that was saying that, but yet she continued to stay in that relationship. And I see why, because of when they started dating, when they were like in grade school. So they had been together forever. And I think that that's all that she knew. You know what I'm saying? But like some of the behavior was toxic. Like he didn't want her to go out, telling her she couldn't go out. She goes to the club or whatever like that. He sent a homeboy in there to run over there and pull her off the dance floor, you know. And it just kind of took me back to an old relationship that I had where it wasn't like that, but it had those moments of control. And I'm just like, I'm not as seasoned as her in a marriage or just in life, but for me, especially in the relationship that I'm in now, none of that is okay. And I feel like Envy continued on with that behavior up in their adult life until he got caught up cheating. And I think that's when he probably changed some things about himself, because he had to, because she was going to leave. And he probably looked at all them kids they had and was like, oh, girl, you're not going to put me on child support and spousal because I take care of, oh, no, I got to keep my family. You know, that's probably when he started to change. But had he probably not got caught up, he'll still be out here running them up and still be out here about controlling her as well. Some part of me, she talked about how she'd never been on social media. She just now got on Instagram not too long ago. And it made me wonder, when she speaks on the control of DJ Envy, is he the reason why you're not on social media? Because a lot of things that she mentioned about him really took me back and made me think about an ex that didn't want those things for me, like didn't want me on social media and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody is different. Granted, I'm just speaking on what the things that she mentioned about him reminded me of things that I've been through in my past. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why? I wish they would, like, why weren't you on social media? Was that something that Envy said? But I feel like a lot of these details are probably going to be in the book, because that's primarily what they're pushing. She spoke on being in the mall and how somebody tried to holler at her. There was a watch she was interested in. She kind of turned the guy down, wasn't really interested, whatever. The dude ended up buying the watch for her and sitting it on her car. This is a little confusing, right? It was a little confusing. So she turned the guy down. The guy sent the watch on the car, right? So this is my thing. I guess she knew. I guess she had no choice but to know. But how did you know it was him? I guess. So she says that she never received the watch from the guy directly, but he sat it on the car, which could be true. But I'm like, well, how you know he did that? How do you know it was him? I mean, I guess maybe he put a little note on there or something. She just knew it was him or something like that, I guess. But when she got home, she told Envy about it, like, oh, look, somebody, they put a little watch on my thing, whatever like that. That's so cute. He decides to put the watch, and this is the extreme control. Like, first of all, you embarrassing this woman in the club, running in there, snatching her up. Who the fuck are you to even send your homeboy? And who the fuck is the homeboy that's willing to carry out such actions for you? You're right. If I was a neighbor, I would think you're gay as well. I would think that's your gay lover. Absolutely. He's just around a little too much. Okay, he's carrying out deeds and stuff. There's a different type of love there. What's going on? Okay. You over there done put the watch behind the doggone cart and ran it over back and forth multiple times. And I think what she said in the interview was like, he didn't want me to receive a gift from anybody. You know what I'm saying? I understood that because, you know, that was rude, whatever. Okay. No guy wants his woman to receive something from somebody else. And I get that, understood. But when he ran it over front and back, that wasn't because he was showing his disdain so much. It's like, dang, you shouldn't be receiving. It's like, why would he give you that? It was so much as to send a message to you don't you better not ever dare think that this, let me show you just how much you should know that this is not okay. And if it ever happened again, then you're going to be the one I'm going to be running over back and forth. You know, like it just, I didn't, and you saw a lot of people in the comments just praising. And I'm like, okay, you know, to each his own, whatever you need to hear to make you feel good about the situation you're in. Love that she's spiritual and have the relationship that she has with the Lord. She went on talking about how he cheated on her and how, what did she say? How he cheated on her and how she was ready to leave. But she says, although she grew up Catholic and so did he, I guess she wasn't as spiritual or have that real relationship with God. But when this incident happened, all of a sudden she started to see signs as to why she should have stayed with him. So one of her good friends that did not like Envy for some time because he was too controlling, he did act like this, he did act like that. That friend decided to step away from the job and fly down to her because he overheard the apology and things that Envy made on the radio station. So he called her like, hey, are the rumors true? She was like, yeah, the rumors true. So he was like, all right, bet, I'm finna fly down there. I'm coming. He took a leave of absence to be there for her. Okay. And she says it meant something to her because this was a friend that didn't like Envy at one point and cared enough to want to fix her marriage. And I said to myself, she felt like that was a sign from God. And if it was, that's between you and your Lord. My thing is, no, I think that it wasn't so much as him he cared that much about. Honestly, I feel like it was you that he cared that much about. He didn't want to see his friend hurt. Y'all have children. Okay, so I think that he probably saw like the bigger picture or whatever the bigger picture was for him was for you guys to keep your union. So let's try and make this work. I don't know, you know, but I mean, hey, it benefited both of them in the end. Then they talked about how Tyrese came through. Pretty much said the same exact thing as the other friend and how they can work through this and get through it and stuff like that. So she started to say, I guess, that's when she started to see the signs from God that she should stay in this relationship with this man. To each his own, you know. I think people that's on y'all. People create different scenario situations, you know, with their Lord, with their God to make them feel better about situations, and that's on you, you know what I'm saying, based on your relationship with them. So that's up to you. But my thing was this: when she spoke on her mom and said that she believed had her mother not had dementia, she would not be with him. Because if her mother would have heard that he cheated on her or whatever like that, her mother would not have allowed her to stay in this relationship. And I said, excuse me? And she said it was God that allowed her mom to have dementia to keep her in that particular situation. And I was so taken back and confused and was like, I don't like that, because now it shifts from being about God and God sending you signs and everything as to why you should stay to now it's going to, oh, here's yet another thing. My mom had dementia, and I know that was God giving why would God give your mama an illness to save you in a terrible marriage and something that hurt you? Like, that's hard for me to digest. But again, I'm coming from it from a different place because I'm not married and I'm not seasoned as they are. Okay, so my perspective is much different. It was giving me that you're using your mother's dementia as an excuse to validate the ultimate reason as to why you wanted to stay with him. It's because you wanted to stay. And if that's what you wanted to do, it's okay. I feel like you just used to me. I just feel like Gia used everybody else. Oh, it was him coming, and I know he doesn't like my man, and he wanted to come and support. Oh, it was this person coming in, and this person came and spoke. And when they said the same thing, I knew it was the Lord. I knew it was God. It was God coming to me. Then my mom. You're giving all of these things to use as a disguise as to what it is that you really wanted. If you want to be with your Chyna husband, be with him. Be with him. Be with him. Be with him, girl. Be with him. That's your husband. That's the father of your children. That relationship, him cheating, whatever, really don't gotta make sense to nobody else but y'all. And I just felt like she was using those things as an excuse for the ultimate answer of I wanted to stay. Stay. If that's what you want to do, that's just how I feel about girl to just stay. So that's what I thought. I mean, she's cute. Interview was somewhat but not really. You know, some things definitely had me raising my eyebrow. Like, this is not adding up. Some things are not making sense. I feel like y'all putting too much on my Lord. y'all putting too much up there, and he looking down like, girl, now you know I ain't tell you none of it. Girl, you know you had your own free will, and you went along with it. Don't be up here trying to put it on me. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I just, girl. I went all the way here. She would have stayed even if her mom told her to leave. Happens every day. That's what I'm saying. That was the ultimate thing. How is it everybody else can talk to you and you are willing to forgive him and give him a chance, but then all of a sudden your mom has dementia, which she probably had, for a minute, I don't know. And that was the deciding factor for you to feel like that's why you stayed in this relationship. Girl, you stayed because you want, at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. When you're determined on something, you're going to hit that. You know what I'm saying? If you're determined, I'm not staying in this, I don't give about none of this stuff you're talking about, and you have that clarity, like, you own, you out. I know when I left, and I ain't, like, this is what it is, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think she would have been clearer. I think she probably wasn't too sure. And everybody else came along and just made her and aided her in there. I think on the high spectrum, she wanted to stay. On the low spectrum, she didn't, because she looked a fool to also many people that knew about it, right? That's what I'm thinking. And she just had some people to come in and feed her on that high spectrum. And she was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to stay here. I mean, we do got kids. You're right. I mean, y'all may not ever find another lover like you. Another like you. And I would never find like, she probably was on that tip, girl. So do what you're gonna do. Thank you so much, Brandy, for the super chat. Why she keep acting like everybody got control over her? Her mom wouldn't have allowed it. Wasn't that lady grown? I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that was another thing that crossed my mind, because it was showing me how not in control of herself she has been for many years. Now, granted, I understand it, because, when you're young, you finding yourself, you in this new relationship or whatever. But Miss Ma'am got plenty of kids and much older than me. Like, girl, wow. I do appreciate the fact that it seems like now she may be finding her voice, you know what I'm saying, with this book and doing this podcast or whatever like that, I would hope. But it definitely sounded like more people thought for her. More people made decisions for her than she made for herself. It definitely was given that. Definitely was given that for sure. She wanted to stay more than she wanted to leave. The man who's who can make her okay. I can't. Charlemagne was trying to low-key tell them people were going to think they were crazy after the interview. Agreed, he did. He was doing that. But I feel like also he was trying to, in my opinion, justify his feelings too, right? As far as what he's been through with his own relationship. Like, yeah. Because I don't know if he idolized them or not. But I feel like he was trying to make himself feel better. Yeah, don't let nobody think y'all crazy, because they're going to think y'all crazy. That's probably stuff that he tell himself about his own situation he got going on. So a man she never met knew what her car was to leave. Ooh! Maybe he followed her out, girl. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I was like, so how you know it was him that bought it, though? But then you ain't never, girl, say I ain't got time. Well, y'all eat it up, though. Eat it up, baby. Eat it up. Go eat it up by the book. Maybe we'll get more clarity there. But yeah, that's really all that I got. Okay, let me go ahead and scoot over and move on to something else, okay? Joseline Hernandez, Miss Joseline. Joseline Hernandez. Okay, y'all know she has that show, Joseline's Cabaret, over there on Zeus, and it's the reunion is supposed to drop at some point, child. It looks like she and her fiance Ballistic are facing a lawsuit. Now, y'all know Amber, and I have that on my page, went live complaining. She was in the hospital talking about how they pretty much harmed her. Okay, stumped her out. Ballistic put his hands on her allegedly. She said a lot of stuff. Okay. Then after that, they get on social media. Okay. Joseline is going back and forth. Joseline is pretty much confirming that she indeed put her hands on these women. And I'm like, girl, I don't know if that's something you want to do. I don't know, girl. I don't know if you want to do it. Then she told the ladies, listen, you can't sue. Everybody knows when you do reality TV that you can't sue. Well, it looks like Miss Girl is suing. Okay. Now, whether she's going to win, whether they're going to throw it out, I'm not sure. But she ended up getting lawyers. I think they're a husband and wife lawyer, but she ended up getting some attorneys that decided to take on her case along with other ladies. Girl, it seemed like she done got a class action lawsuit. Okay. So now it looks like Joseline Hernandez and her fiance, Ballistic Beats, are facing a $25 million lawsuit over Joseline's Cabaret after fight breaks out during season 3 reunion. Oh, girl, I'm one thing about Joseline, when she get a little bit of clout, when she get a little bit of she takes it too far. She takes it too far with how she was treating those girls over there on social media. Then it came to the first of all, I was wondering, like, when she came to the reunion, like from the previews, you could tell she got on boots. Looked like the other lady she had with her was dressed down, ready to scrap. And I'm looking at the other side, like, why y'all even got on any heels? Well, you know it's beef. Girl, I would have had on some cute boots too, just so I could be quick when I run up. I ain't got to throw no shoe because I'm going to throw these hands. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Miss Girl definitely has a $25 million lawsuit because the claim said that she allegedly dragged and, kicked a dancer. A third woman describes that Hernandez grabbed her by the neck and shoved her to the ground. Okay. Somebody else said that, and I believe that was Miss Amber that said that she ended up being kicked in the ribs by Hernandez. But also Ballistic Beats, allegedly put her hands on her. Now, she also put on her page back in March pictures of all of the boots and the shoes that was used to fight these girls. And I'm just sitting over here like, I guess, honey. Wow. Well, we'll see how this is going to play out. Either way, honey, good luck. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got. ASAP Rocky. Girl, it's always something. It's always something. Y'all know Rihanna is pregnant by ASAP Rocky. And unfortunately, it was rumors out, a week ago, saying that the man was cheating on her. And now, this ain't no rumor, but it's being reported that ASAP Rocky was arrested at LAX after Barbados trip with Rihanna. Took a trip with Rihanna, and unfortunately, he ended up being arrested. He got arrested due to an incident that took place back in November, on November 6th of last year. So there was an argument or something that happened between he and someone else. So when that argument ended up happening, he ended up popping. I think they said he shot off about 3 or 4 of them. And then after that, he and the people that he was with, they took off. So the person ended up being treated where I believe they said that he was grazed or something like that. And now he got a case on his hands is what it sounds like. Okay. Let's see what else they're saying. Girl, I know Rihanna is just like, dang, I cannot catch no break. Okay. I can't. Okay, the outlet noted that ASAP had been under investigation for an incident that occurred in California last November. According to police reports obtained by NBC News, the shooting victim who survived told police that Mayers, which is his last name, while ASAP Rocky was accompanied with 2 other people, he approached him. They got into an argument. Pop, and then he ran off. But they said that it grazed his left hand. So when he shot off those 3 or 4 times, one of the bullets ended up grazing his left hand. And he ended up going to the hospital. And I think it was reported shortly thereafter. So, yeah, the victim is saying ASAP walked up to him and popped him 4 times. I don't know. They saying that he knew the victim too. They saying that he knew them. They had an exchange of words, and then the rounds ended up getting fired. What? They be killing me, always getting people at the wrong time, right? Right. Rihanna left his in jail. She is not bailing him out, and the police were. I don't know if it's a whole lot she could do. I wonder, because I don't know if he what the what the bail is. I don't know. I don't know what that amount is going to be for him to get out. But that sucks. That sucks for him. You about to have this baby, Miss Girl, about stressed out dealing with this. But she rocking it very well. Rocking it very, very well. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. Got some more. Blac Chyna and these Kardashians, girl, they've been running a whole muck. They've been running a whole muck. It's been a whole lot that's been going on. Let me see what all they got, okay? Because I'm checking this out on E! News, actually. And I don't have I didn't have all of the details before. So that's why I was like, let me check out this article, okay? And see what they're saying. So, of course, nearly 5 years after Blac Chyna filed a lawsuit against the Kardashians seeking upwards of $100 million in damages, her case is heading to trial. Y'all know at one point, of course, Blac Chyna was with Rob Kardashian. They had a show. I think it was called Rob and Chyna or something like that. Chyna would definitely show out on Rob, and I guess the sisters decided that they didn't want her to be on the show. Well, here's the real thing. The sisters didn't want Miss Blac Chyna to get that last name because she was about to be Miss Angela Kardashian, because I believe she and Rob were engaged, I believe, at some point. And of course she had his child. Girl, that was just like, girl, Blac Chyna definitely know how to get folks back, because y'all know Kylie took Tyga, or at least Tyga left her and went with Kylie. And then Miss Blac Chyna said, okay, bet I'm gonna get with your brother. And then I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna have a baby by your brother. Oh, child, y'all know it's gonna be Angela Kardashian. And it's crazy because the Kardashians can F on whatever black person they want. But when it comes to a black woman entering the family, it's like, no, ma'am. Girl, I can't. What else? I'm trying to see what's okay. So Kris Jenner's alleged text to Rob and Chyna. Oh, wow. To the showrunner ended up coming up. What did she say? In her opening statement, Chyna's lawyer alleged that Kris Jenner set out to have season 2 of Rob and Chyna canceled following an alleged dispute between Rob and Chyna in December of 2016. Chyna's lawyer claims Kris sent a slew of texts to the series showrunner alleging that Blac Chyna was stupid, accusing her of being drunk for 3 days, describing her as really ghetto, and suggesting that they should ditch the BIT. Oh, wow. Now, I don't know, y'all, because I do feel like sometimes Chyna was just acting for real. Like, I mean, I know it don't sound too good to hear this lady say really ghetto. What is really ghetto? What do you mean? But she was definitely showing her arms. But I just feel like, why y'all wouldn't try and get with her like you got with your daughters? The way you spent that story for Kim, and now look at where y'all at. You didn't want to help out this black woman? You didn't want to help her out? I mean, maybe she was unhelpable. I don't know. What else? They said Chyna's alleged text messages to Rob came out as well. Oh, wow. Saying that in writing, she was telling him, F you, it's over, and called Rob a fat BIT. No, she didn't, adding that he's discussed his, saying the man sex is disgusting and horrible. Girl, wasn't that bad. You done had this baby. It wasn't that bad. You done sat up here and had this baby by this man. Now you want to sit up here and talk about his sex. Girl, I don't know what else to say about this, but I do know Chyna mama been on their head top for a minute. I think they done put her out of the courtroom. I think the court's done sat up here and said, no, ma'am, she's not welcome in the courtroom. Nope, you can bring whoever you want, but you won't be bringing this BIT back into the courtroom, okay, because of the threats and things that she's made online. She's definitely been on people's heads. Girl, let me see what they're saying. Not too much different than what I already said. So yeah, there's that. I kind of wouldn't mind Chyna winning this lawsuit. I don't know if she's gonna get 100 million, but at the end of the day, I mean, she must have cussed y'all out, or y'all must not have liked her mama for y'all to turn around and cancel her show. Like, Some part of me hopes she win her case. I do hope Chyna get some coins up out the Kardashians. Now, I didn't know Kendall was a part of it. I believe they said she's suing Kendall too. And I said, now how Kendall get a part of this? Kendall don't even be trying to be associated with them for real. Kendall always sitting around looking clueless, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Just because she had a baby don't mean it wasn't bad. True. She was looking for a bag and clouds. Okay. And at the end of the day, I feel sad for their daughter because these adults couldn't be grown. Very true. Whatever happened between the two of them happened between the two of them, adults. But I want her to get her coin. Yeah, because they didn't have to cancel the woman's show. They didn't have to cut that off. Y'all get to own, eat, and have all y'all stuff up there. Chris did it. She did it. You're more of a Chyna fan, but they want to take from the black woman, give this lady her things, and let her be on her way. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm like, I kind of hope she get a little coin. Regardless of what Chyna did, I still will go up for anyone who would sue the car trashians. Gotcha, girl. We're gonna see. Chyna not going to win. They canceled the show because of the DV between her and Rob. Gotcha. Oh, we're gonna see. You're probably right. I mean, it definitely seems like it's slim based on who the ladies are. You know what I'm saying? Based on who they are, chances definitely seem slim. But, we just gonna have to wait and see. It's like, I guess Chyna can't violate, their brother, but they can spend their time violating their brother. Their brother don't even really like them. Yikes. Girl, they really was mad. He was in there gaining all that weight. And when he got with Chyna helped him lose all that weight. Girl, they ain't like her. And they really didn't like the fact that she turned around and spited Kylie, knowing Kylie was wrong to begin with. But Chyna was cool at one point when y'all wanted to be in her good graces and wanted to be a part of whatever circle she had going on. When y'all was merging y'all way over here into the culture, honey, she was cool. Well, yikes. Yes, I think Chyna will win regardless of the DV. There is all kind of things going on those wannabe black lady shows. Ooh. And I know they ain't talking about DV the way, now that I think about it, the way Courtney and Kim fought last season. The way they was over there throwing hands, mad at each other, I guess, because Courtney didn't feel like working or whatever, girl. Okay. Not y'all talking about DV, child. Well, either way, good luck. Let's go ahead. Let's scoot over. Keep this thing rolling. Let's talk about what the people came here to talk about, honey. Let's talk about it. Okay, so it looks like Ashley Darby of Real Housewives of Potomac is now separating from her husband, Michael Dirty Darby. Absolutely. Now, we're going to get into this article over here on Bravo, but I will say I was hearing rumors that they had legally separated, but I appreciate Ashley coming out very quickly to confirm said rumors. Now, I'm going to say all right now, girl, y'all know I can't stand Ashley, but girl, you might have me this season. Everybody going to have me this season because I'm going to enter it. I'm going to be very, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to wait and see how it's going to play out, see who I like, see who I don't. But Ashley, you just might have me, girl. You just might have me, girl. Let me find out I might be Team Ashley at some point. Okay, you had better. So the Real Housewives of Potomac cast member opened up about the decision in an exclusive statement, noting we will always love and respect each other. Let's keep going. Okay, the Real Housewives of Potomac, Ashley Darby and husband Michael Darby are separating. Ashley confirmed the news in an exclusive statement. Yesterday, I think it was. So she says almost 8 years ago, when Michael and I said I do, we anticipated sharing every single day together from the moment forward. Unfortunately, that is not our current reality. We have decided to separate. We are aware that there will be many speculative views as to why we have made this decision. You bet your ass it is. Okay. And she goes on to say, people will be quick to assume that the causes were too much of intrusion by reality TV into the most personal parts of our lives, age gap issues, cultural problems, and child rearing differences. Again, you bet your ass you tried to list everything that people were going to throw at you, which makes me believe that all of those reasons were the very reason as to why you guys decided to separate. Ain't what we gotta do, separate. Come on. Yes, I'm here for it. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ray. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm team you. I appreciate it, boo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so Miss Girl decided to get on her separate. What else? She says pieces of all these may have affected our pure love for each other. I'm glad you admitted it, girl. While you stood over here talking about the people gonna be up here speculating. I knew you had listed all these problems as real reasons, girl. But let's keep going. All right. What else does she says? She says, but no one reason is the root cause of our mutual decision to go our separate ways. We are now both at very different stages in our lives. Ashley, y'all been at separate stages. Where have you been? Where have you been? Y'all been at separate stages. We're now at separate stages in our lives. Actually, y'all been at separate stages. Y'all have totally, I cannot say it enough. You've been at separate stages, dear heart. It's the age difference. It's you having those children that he didn't want, but you want them. And I told you those were your children because they're not Michael's. That's how he's come off. You know what I'm saying? But some part of me is really happy that Ashley is separated from him. You know what I'm saying? But girl, y'all been at different stages, Thomas, and have different goals for our future. Ashley, y'all had different goals for the future last 5 years ago when you sat up there and had to re-sign another prenup or whatever the case was. Girl, y'all been had different ones. Girl, when you wanted this baby and he didn't, when you had different, girl, I can't, goals for the future when he was out here reaching out, touching up on people's bottoms. Girl, I cannot, Ashley. Ma'am. Anyway, she says we both want the other to achieve true happiness and fulfillment and feel that we cannot do this together. And I'm glad that she is moving to a better place because it was getting so cringe worthy watching Ashley try to force something to be there with Michael when it wasn't. It's just like, y'all remember what last season when they had went to one of the hotels he used to own and she over there dancing and moving and doing all whatever it is she want to do and he not even really paying her no attention like that. I'm just like, girl, this man is more into the furniture than he's into you. So it was really cringeworthy to see her really. I think I will give Ashley this though. I do think she really did try. After having those children and knowing how she grew up without her dad, I think she totally wanted to have like the full family unit with Michael, you know. But it just, didn't work. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually go get a divorce. We just know that they're legally separated. So they could be separated right now for maybe like 6 months, maybe a year, and then they could get back together, right? But yeah, that's what she's saying. So she also goes on in her statement and say, wow, our romantic bond is broken. Girl, not the bond being broken. Is it broken? Girl. Mm-mm. I guess so. I mean, you separated, but okay. We will always love and respect each other. We also know that true happiness can only be achieved by continuing to work together and putting our hearts and souls into raising our two beautiful boys, Dean and Dylan, baby. They will always feel loved and supported, for they were truly created out of love. Girl, let me not say what them kids was created out of, because that's not even right. That's not fair. That ain't right. I mean, it's not. But I just don't feel like that. I mean, if that's what you want to believe, I mean, the kids may read the articles, or maybe it's best to let them know that. I'm just going off the actions of what I saw on the TV. Because on the TV, it looked like he ain't give a. Well, then, all right, then that was created out of love. Let's move on. As this is a personal matter for us, we appreciate everyone who has been a part of our journey and ask for your continued support by respecting us as we go through this emotional situation. Now, Ashley, we're going to see how the season goes because word on the street is Giselle is saying things about Chris, and we're hearing that you're co-signing. So let this not be coming from a space of unhappiness because your situation is ending and you're trying to put things off on to, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we thought that you and Candace were okay at some point, right? Seeing you guys hang out and stuff after the show. So who knows? Okay. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we've seen, just like they said in this article, the relationship, have its ups and downs, and now it's going completely separate. We've seen a lot. I feel like Ashley and Michael have given us a lot when it comes to their relationship. I appreciate her being open and vulnerable. And even when we may not have seen Michael, she still was open and vulnerable about what was happening in her marriage. I feel like Destiny could take a look, a page out their book over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But anyway, because this ain't about her. But yeah, so I mean, regardless of how we feel about Ashley, Ashley did what she needed to do while she was on this show, and I think she's gonna continue to do it. I am glad. I'm glad that she's moving forward, girl. Because Michael was trying to, girl. Yeah, created out of that love money that Ashley has. Oh yeah, and from the five. I'm glad you said it. 5 years ago, because I've been seeing this throughout social media about 5 years ago there was a prenup that Ashley sat down. I remember that episode when they sat down and he talked to her and he wanted to sign another one, wanted her to sign one, and she had to go read it and all that other stuff. And basically, she said in the confessional that if they divorced before, I guess like in 3 years or something like that, she'll get some money. But if they don't stick together after 5 years, then she's gonna get half of everything, girl. Okay, so that's what it looks like she's gonna get. But I feel like she probably was gonna get that anyway because of them children that she got. She was gonna be signed, sealed, delivered, period, because of them 2 little boys. So now she really finna be sad. It's gonna be great. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's gonna be great to see Ashley sit on the reunion stage and not see Michael and not have an excuse as to why Michael's not there. We're gonna know why he's not there. Like, they ain't together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not glorifying in their separation because they had a family, but I am happy that she's able to move forward instead of trying to force and get this man to see her and love her and all this other stuff. And he just not there. You could tell that he wasn't. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Michael, oh yeah, I did hear that, Robin. I did hear that Michael left his first wife oh, wait a minute, not that part. I'm thinking about when somebody said that when it came to the separation, they said Michael left Ashley. Now, this right here is interesting, girl, because I did not know this, okay? Michael left his first wife for Ashley because he wants something funny and party girl who was down for everything, but she turned into mommy mode. Ooh. Yeah, life changed for him. I like Ashley. Yes, and she acts like a white woman at times, but she is half white. She's very entertaining. Okay. My reasoning for not liking her really ain't have nothing to do with her race. It was just her actions. Now Juan doesn't have to be labeled a home wrecker after Michael professes his love for him. Juan is really about to get him a bag. What y'all be want Juan to be gay so bad? I don't be understanding it. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they do have love for each other and the kids are loved, but let's not get it twisted. Ashley held out for that bag. Smart girl. I hate to say it, smart girl. She held out for that bag and she went and got it. I mean, she needs somebody that's probably going to be running up behind them children with her. And I don't think Michael's going to want to do it. But we shall see how this going to play out. I do kind of feel like that's just a bit unfair. I mean, he decided that he was, I just don't think they should have had them kids. Like, I mean, grateful they're here, cute little boys. But I feel like having those children was some unfairness on somebody's part. I feel like Michael did not want to have children, but wanted it because that's what Ashley wanted. But I think Ashley could have still got what she wanted with someone else, But she got it with who she got it with. So, hey, there's that. Question: do you think she will be open and honest, or will she play the viewers? I feel like she'll probably be open. I feel like Ashley has always been open for the most part. You know, she may do things behind the scenes, you know, but for the most part, I think when it comes to her relationship, I think she'll be open about that. I do. We gonna see. She could play the viewers, but we gonna see. I think she would. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on, honey. All right. Let's see here. We're about to go ahead and transition into this is messy. Okay. So we have a text thread up here. We got to get into the text thread and see what the people is over here talking about. All right, y'all go ahead and hit the like button for your girl. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead. Okay. For those of you guys that's new to the channel, this is called This is Messy, where we read different types of, you know, things. Okay. We may read some crazy questions. We may go into a text thread, or we may read some am I the asshole type, you know, stories. All right. So this is where we go into the This is Messy and we say our thoughts about it. Okay. Give our advice. Okay. Just express our thoughts about the messy segment. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it, and shout out to Celebrity as we talk about this. Okay, y'all. I hope these are good. Y'all know I don't be reading this, so I don't be knowing. And I'm not sure who's in the green or who's in the black, but we are going to figure it out. So the first text says, good morning. The person says GM. They said, did I do something wrong? Or the person says question mark. See, it be this right here. Don't be giving me, it's one thing to give me a one-word text or whatever like that. Or like if it's meant for that, cool. But GM? Question mark? B, you could have said what you mean. Like, why you couldn't just type out what you mean? Girl, I feel like you did do something. The fact that he didn't want to even, or she, whoever this is, didn't want to type out the whole thing. Anyway, the person says, you haven't texted me in days. Is everything okay? Person says, yeah. No, the hell it's not. You're dry. Okay. You done gave me 3 dry text messages. I ain't got nothing else to say. Next time we talk, it's going to be because you hit me up. Understand? Okay. So the person says, why you being short with me? What is the issue? Whoever the name, they crossed out a name. So y'all see what I'm saying? Like, why you being short with me? I don't like this. I don't like this. So the person says, we not together. We went out a few times and I spent the night at your spot last week. You tripping. Dang. So they couldn't ask you if it was a problem? That's all she should say. I mean, what's the issue? Like, I mean, did I do something wrong? I mean, you ain't really saying that. See, right here in the beginning, it's letting me know that you're a poor communicator. If I'm coming to you and I'm asking you what's the problem and you giving me these roundabouts and you're not trying to answer the question, then you're right. We ain't got to talk. What the fuck? We ain't got to talk, baby. And I'm sorry that I made you think that you was even all that anyway. And shame on you for letting him spend the night at your spot. But girl, I'm starting to wonder if something going on at that house, girl. He just spent the night at that house and they like what it is that he saw, so he didn't want to have anything to do with you, and he just decided he was gonna go dark. Ooh, girl, let's keep going. All right, she says, tripping how? You said you had fun when you left my house. What is the problem? Ooh, now see, ma'am, if he spent the night, I'm starting to believe that he probably smashed. And if he got what it is that he wanted, now he over here trying to hook, line, and sinker you. He's trying to distance himself enough to know, for you to know that you ain't his girl, but give you just that much enough of communication to where when you do get any of his attention, number one, you're going to be glad that you get it. And number two, he's going to be able to hit it and then go about his other business. Then he's going to be throwing back up in your face the same thing. We not together. We went out a few times. You see what I'm saying? Wrong. Okay. I feel like this right here, these are the alert messages that people need to know about, because this is the top part of, this is beginning stages of situationship. Granted, like I said, he spent the night, so there could have been some things that happened that we don't know about and we're going to learn about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the next. All right. So the person says, look, I was feeling you heavy after I spent the night at your crib. I saw you the next day without your makeup. Really? Really, sir? Talking about it was a turn off. I ain't gonna lie. You look completely different. Ooh, Beyonce. Oh, wow. Well, he says, I'm all for embracing your features, but you changed your face. Damn. It's something I'm not into. Sorry. Damn. I mean, maybe she could have went a little natural. Okay. Maybe she could have went a little light-handed on the brush instead of heavy. I mean, but here's the other thing too. I do feel like if that's how you feel, then why not say that? Why you got to beat around the bush? And then when she say something, you want to sit up here and tell this girl, oh, you tripping, you whoopty whoopty, you loud. Like, why not just say, well, I'm gonna be real honest with you. There is an issue. Why not be a man and communicate? and just let her know, like, hey, I am acting a little funny. I should have told you this from the beginning. I'm a person that I'm not really into women that wear a lot of makeup. Da da da. Like, why you just ain't say that? That'd be the problem right there. He don't like you for real, ma'am. He telling you he don't like you because it's a turn off. So I do feel like this is a little rude. He could have said it a little better, but I also feel like he wants you to keep that door open. So should he want to slip and slide back, he can. Girl, she said, what? So you decided not to speak to me because you're quote unquote turned off? She says, I have a skin condition. What kind of condition is it? That is why I wear makeup. How dare you judge me when I know you look like a predator? Wait a minute, ma'am. Not you letting a predator into your house? A predator? You let a predator spend the night? Anyway, I know you look like a predator without that beard. F you, BITNIGGA. Your DICK game was subpar anyway. Well, ma'am, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay? You the one blowing him up this morning. Okay? Exhibit A. You sending him all these messages telling me, did I do something wrong? X, Y, Z. Let me tell you, if it was subpar, first of all, you're going to get a warning ahead of time. Come and let you know what's up, baby. I'm not going to play with you, okay? And if it's subpar, I'm not hitting you back. Therefore, sir, you already know what's up. Oh, he baby about 3 days. Your mother, right. You should have known that in the first 24 hours. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and hit you up on some girl if it's subpar. I don't have time for subpar DIC. No, ma'am. Girl, if you see you girl, you need some friends. Cause you fucking up already, ma'am. Talking about something. Then gonna talk about this man look like a predator with his beard. Girl, how you mad at girl? Everybody wrong. Everybody's wrong. He's wrong for the terrible poor communication. Okay, she's wrong for feeling rejected, right? I understand you feel rejected, but you didn't have to come back at this man saying he looked like a predator. But now, to me, it makes you look like a fool because you still let this predator in your home. And then, girl, then you turn around and talk about this man, DICK is subpar, but if he was trying to throw it at you, you would have caught it. Girl, you're not going to play with the people today. Let's keep going. Okay, so then he says, skin condition. No, you have an insecure condition. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. Then I feel like, okay, if she has an insecure condition, I feel like you do too, sir. You have a shallow condition. You do. Because I feel like you not liking what's on her face. I don't know. Some part of me feel like that's tied to you and how you think other people are going to see you and view you if your girl don't have that IG face. Okay, where nobody really want to show what they really look like without makeup. Okay. Yeah. I think he more insecure than her. But anyway, then you attack me because I hurt your feelings. That she did do that. I agree. I think she did. I like women who can look good with or without makeup. That's my preference, shorty. If you have a condition, get it looked at. Don't insult my SEX game because you're emotional. I can't disagree. I can't disagree all the way there. What else he says? If it was bad, you wouldn't have texted me. Good luck with the next man. Let him know up front he is dating two different people too. Now you ain't have to leave with that last line, sir. So that makes you lame. Okay. And I feel like if you like a woman that has that can, look good with or without makeup, then you could have said that to her ahead of time instead of trying to ghost Miss Girl. So then she says, let the next woman know that you are the size of a shrimp too. I'm sorry, y'all. The DICK jokes just don't land for me after you fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then you coming back. So if you coming back to somebody that has subpar and it's a shrimp and it ain't good, then that means to me that you have something, like he probably right, you do have an insecure issue. That you're willing to just go along with that so that it could, scratch whatever itch you got going on when you know that that's not something that actually makes you feel good or doesn't fulfill you. Girl, life is too short to be anything other than happy. And if that didn't make you happy, then scoot around. You know what I'm saying? I agree with Kay. Yes, both of them out of line. Both of them lame for this. He a poor communicator. She over here talking about somebody's junk. Like, girl, I can't. It's trash. Okay. He definitely should have spoken to her in public, though. That was foul. Yup. No, after she slept with him and hit him up again. Right. Like, that don't make no sense. His must have ain't kind of coin. What? Because bad sex is a deal breaker. True. True. If it ain't hitting, I can't hit you up. Sorry. This is like young high school adults throwing shade at each other after things go left or people don't communicate well. Agreed. It's a little bit of both. A little bit of both, guys. For sure. What's going on, Kiana? Was it the jumbo shrimp or I don't know. Whichever one worse. I don't think it was jumbo. Girl, let me type. Girl, where is the what? Girl. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. Ooh, God. Why am I just now seeing this? We interrupt this program. We interrupt this is messy program, honey. Okay? Because Hollywood Reporter, wait a minute. A Hollywood Reporter is reporting on this, y'all. Regarding Nene Leakes. Okay. Thank you so much, Tavares, for sending that in, boo. Oh, wow. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. Because I did not know this. This is crazy. Okay, so let me read it to you guys real quick. Okay, so the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Nene Leakes files a lawsuit against the Real Housewives of Atlanta team alleging racist work environment. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Former star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes, sued the companies behind the show on Wednesday, alleging that they fostered and tolerated a hostile, racist work environment. Y'all, I do not. This is a lot. Now, it's one thing to be talking about it, but I ain't know she was gonna full-fledged, like, you know what I'm saying, go all the way through and sue. She never coming back. She never coming back. I don't know. She never coming back. And here's what I think is going to be very hard for Nene. I think it's just the fact that she's been with the show for so many years and tolerated whatever behavior. And I mean, granted, we be on the jobs. Honestly, if we put it in like a corporate sector or retail or whatever, we be on these jobs for years and it be some type of behavior like that. But sometimes we just don't really feel like going out there, having an interview again and get another job and whatever. So, I mean, maybe there's an angle for her attorneys to hit it like that. Like, yeah, all of this was going on, but maybe she didn't become fully privy to it until a later time. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like if she didn't have a case, her attorneys probably would not have brought it to the forefront. Let's go ahead and keep going. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Atlanta says Leakes, who is Black, complained to executives about years of racist remarks from fellow housewife Kim Zolciak, girl, who is white, but that only Leakes suffered the consequences from that. Girl. Okay, it names as defendants. And this is what's crazy for me, because I saw this at the very top. This is what's crazy for me. These are the defendants. And it's like, damn, that sucks. Because she can't really. NBC Universal. Don't they own so much? Don't they got the Peacock app? They just own so much SHI. Bravo, production companies True Entertainment and Truly Original, executives from the companies and Housewives, executive producer Andy Cole. Wait. It names as defendants NBC, Universal, Bravo production companies, True Entertainment, and Truly Original. Executives from the companies and Housewives executive producer. So she's suing Andy too, but she's not suing Kim Zolciak. NBC, Bravo, and True foster a corporate and workplace culture in which racially insensitive and inappropriate behavior is tolerated, if not encouraged, according to the lawsuit. Now, emails sent to the representatives of the defendants and Zolciak Bierman, we ain't got to say her last name, but Kim seeking comment were not immediately returned. So I guess they reached out. They haven't heard anything yet. Girl, it alleges that during the first season, which aired in 2008, the cast was planning to attend a barbecue, and housewife Kim responded to the idea with words to the effect of, "I don't want to sit around with Nene and eat chicken." The suit says the statement perpetuated an offensive stereotype about African Americans. Girl, is this on camera? Is this on camera? This doesn't sound well. The suit says in 2012, during the 5th season, Kim racially offensive and she made racial offensive and stereotypical comments about the new home of housewife Kandi Burruss, saying it was the ghetto. But I thought you said the ghetto too, Nene. I guess she can't say it because she's white, and perpetuating a racial stereotype in an offensive comment about whether Burruss needed a swimming pool. The same year that suit says that Kim, there's a lot of Kim up in here, but she ain't suing Kim. Kim used the N-word to refer to Leakes and others of the housewives after a dispute with them, the suit alleges. It also alleges that Kim falsely implied that Leakes used drugs and called her home a roach nest. And let's not forget, Kim also had that black nanny called Sweetie. Wasn't that her name, Sweetie, that she had doing everything? Girl, anyway, so the suit says after Leakes' complaints to the executives overseeing the show, they did not terminate their relationship with Kim, nor take any other meaningful action to put an end to her racially offensive behavior. And if anything, she ended up being rewarded more and more by giving her own spinoff show that I think just got canceled, last year? Girl, this is messy. From the day the series began filming, Nene was the target of systematic racism from her co-star Kim, not the Kim that you done sat up here and reunited with at the Black Woman Expo. Girl, not the Kim that you walked out for and y'all hugged on each other. Girl, did Kim know she was gonna be a part of this suit? Ooh. Oh wow. What else? Girl, this is a lot. Her attorney says via email, not a day goes by that Nene doesn't wake up with an onslaught of overwhelming emotions as a direct result of these unfortunate and avoidable occurrences. Girl, the lawsuit alleges that her complaints of racism led in part to Leakes being forced off the show in 2020 before its 13th season. The suit says Leakes' negotiations for the season came as the BLM movement was gaining major momentum. Girl, this right here. Executives sought to sideline Leakes from talking about the cause, keeping her off early episodes in which the housewives would address BLM. Whew. Let's see what else. So the lawsuit also says, as the BLM movement swept our nation, Mrs. Leakes, Bravo's historically most successful Black female talent, not her being the most successful female talent, not the Black one. So it's not Kandi. Anyway, okay, they feel like because she's the historically most successful Black female talent, she should have been embraced by NBC, Bravo, and True. Instead, NBC, Bravo, and True forced her out of the house she built, denying her a regular role. Now, I will say this. Now they say regular role, so that makes me think that they probably was trying to offer Nene a friend role, and she didn't want to take that role. And I understand Why she wouldn't is because she probably saw how they were trying to like slowly ice her out. You see what I'm saying? Because if you accept this, then you'll accept that, and then we'll kick you out. And I do feel like with this suit, some part of me feel like Nene should get a little something. I'm not gonna lie, Nene should get a little something, because I do feel like Nene contributed to Real Housewives being known as widely as they are. Especially, also, the reason why I say that is because I hear so often about the ladies of Beverly Hills. You already see how many cast members they got. They also make a lot of money, but then somebody that's the other franchise that's gaining on their MFing heels is Potomac. And I don't think Potomac get as many shows. All right, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, and I know y'all gonna do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is. But also, they just don't get paid enough, right? They don't get paid as much as them, and they also, I don't see them get their season doesn't go as long as theirs. But I know for a fact, because I complained about it last season when I saw how the ladies get paid per episode versus how Beverly Hills ladies get paid. And for those reasons, and you know what I'm saying, if those are indeed accurate, I feel like give Nene a bit of her coin, give her promo fee for putting y'all on the map and continuing to do so with these memes and these gifs and everything that's continuing to flow out. Let me see if there's anything else that's being said about the lawsuit. Okay, the lawsuit alleges that the defendant's actions violate federal employment and anti-discrimination law, and it seeks monetary damages to be determined at trial. Y'all, if Nene wins this case, she may not even get the full, however much she may be suing them for. But if she gets a little portion, baby, that thing's gonna be changing. Okay, the ATL girls made the most. The Bravo girls make only 750 max for the season, where the ATL girls made 3 million. Oh, did they? Because I've seen different. Thanks for the nugget, Mark West. Jamie, Nene made buku money for years. She was the highest paid for ages, more than Beverly Hills. Thank you so much for dropping that. Oh, girl. And what you saying that, if that is indeed true, you co-sign what Mark West is saying as well, pretty much. And if that is indeed true, then that make me feel like chances of winning this suit is slim to none. Slim to none. She don't deserve anything. She contributed to the show, yes, but she was not the creator. Girl, this is messy. Most talented Soldier Boy. From my last knowledge, she wasn't singing "Who Can I Run To" and just kicking it. She may be the most charismatic though. She wasn't singing that. She was singing, "Come on and get this. Come on and get this. Come on and come on and come on and come on and come on." Listen, when I go to Nene Lounge, that's what I want to hear. Come on and get, come on and get, come on. I may have to play that. I'm gonna have to download it. What she said, sweet like bubble gum. I don't know what Nene was talking about on that song, but the hook got me. Come on and come on. Oh, you think Mariah gonna sue? Do Mariah got a lawsuit too? I don't like how they did my girl Mariah. I don't. I feel away. I think when you're pitching a show, I think for Black creators that's creating shows and pitching them and stuff, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better with these contracts. I just feel like I wouldn't want to pitch nothing that I don't have majority stake in. And I think sometimes when they sell their ideas to these production companies, they end up selling probably the whole idea to them. Like, I wonder what Melody's percentage is. Like, if Carlos is, and I said this before because I wonder, if Carlos is able to go and create a Love and Marriage DC, what percentage does Melody and Martell get from that? Because it originally, they presented the idea to them. Right. So I just wonder if they get a percentage off that. Like, if I present some SHI to you, like, it's gonna have to be some type of copyright in place. All right. I would want to be in a position where I'm licensing my show idea to you. Okay. I'm licensing it to you. So if you were to go off and do 3 other spinoffs of that, okay, I would like to get my coin. because I already submitted my paperwork and I own Love and Marriage. You know what I'm saying? So I own that. So how you want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Or I own Real Housewives. How does that work? How does that work? So that's just what I'm thinking, girl. But that's messy. Girl. Let me see something real quick. Because that right there was real messy, girl. No, hold on. Girl, that was a real mess. Oh, wow. That's messy, girl. Well, anyway, let's see. We can get back to it. I think that's what they do, Cece. I feel like they sign away their rights to be the stars like Mariah did. Yeah, I think that's what they do. I won't want to do that. And they may give them an option or something like that. Like, nah, fam, I want nah, I want the idea. You can keep that. I'll go and pitch something else that I don't mind just being a star of or something. You know what I'm saying? But if this is my idea and I know it got potential, no. And I would want it in the clause to where maybe the idea is revisited every, you know what I'm saying? Maybe at least let me start on the first season. And then after that, you know, maybe we can revisit the idea, see if I want to still do that or if I want to maintain stake in my idea. Like, I can't. What's up, Kiana? What you said? Nene should have repositioned her role at the height of her Real Housewives of Atlanta career. She should have been negotiated a producer role before signing back on. Being only talent did not fare well for her. It did not. And you know what? I feel like she probably didn't. She should have did that at the height when she got on, what was that, Glee? When she went on to do those other television shows on Rich BIT, that's when she should have did it. Because she was more of value at that time, right? When everybody wants to book her for this and book her for that, yeah, she should have negotiated everything to be a producer or executive producer or whatever of this show. Now, I don't know. Maybe they weren't willing to do that. I don't know if that was a conversation that came to the table and they didn't want her to be a part, but I definitely would have tried to put that in there. Like, girl, y'all need to add me on here as a producer or some girl. If y'all gonna be up here using my likeness. Hey, Miss Ariane girl. Anyway, yes. Andrew probably pissed right now. Nene definitely ain't coming back to Bravo. I'm sure he pissed, and I'm also sure that he got this information probably a week before we did. I'm sure he already knew it was going to come down the pipeline. He had to be served before it was sent out to the blogs. So I am sure, baby, like we can't be friends. We can't. We cannot be friends, BIT. Because I'm still pissed off. But anyway, girl, we about to go ahead. I wasn't. You want me to talk about Miss Wanda? Girl, you want me to talk about Miss Wanda? Give me a second. What y'all want me to talk about with Miss Wanda? Then Travis put this in the chat twice. Okay, before we go to this is messy. I put up a video. Miss Wanda was over there running her mouth plenty, talking about Miss Destiny and things like that, girl. Pretty much being Team Destiny, you know. Destiny is getting a lot of heat from the people right now because everybody feels as though she has lied about having a PPP loan, okay, or getting her public assistance or whatever the case may be. And Miss Wanda decided that she was going to speak up for Destiny, okay, in support of her. So y'all can go check out that live, that video that I uploaded. And girl, it was very terrible. Miss Wanda, girl, don't use that camera no more, and don't film from that angle no more, okay? Because we can't hear you on that. Okay, girl, she just kept pausing and freezing and stuff. But what really got me was the dragging of Melody towards the end. And when she actually said out her mouth that this girl has so much calm in her mouth, I said, wow. And talking about the wangs that she over there keeping in her mouth. And I was just shocked. It ain't a whole lot to say about Miss Wanda, but it definitely took me back. Like, girl, not her saying this. I wasn't expecting that. But I will say, y'all may not like this. I didn't disagree a whole lot with what Miss Wanda said about the Destiny situation. I think a lot of people, in my opinion, are blowing it. Like, I saw him. I'm trying to remember what I even said in my video on Sunday, because a lot of people got in the comments saying Destiny did get a loan. She did get a PPP. And I'm like, I don't give a if she did. I already knew that. And I said that on one of my videos probably like 3 videos ago or whatever. I already said that. Yes, I already knew Destiny had a PPP girl. It's public information. You can see all of that. Anybody that got a PPP girl, you can see what they got. Okay, very, very public information. I just felt like Destiny was trying to be clear on the type of government assistance she got, right? Or the public assistance that she got. So when he said like, oh, you talking about like a PPP loan, and she was like, I'm talking about government. Like, no, I'm talking about da da da. I don't think she was saying that she didn't get it. I think she was being clear on what she did get. I mean, maybe she could have got her a little bit of food stamps. Maybe she got her a little help on daycare and stuff like that. I do think because a lot of people love Mel, they see the entire flaw in Destiny. Okay. Those are just my thoughts. And some of y'all may not be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all may be right, but a lot of times the comments come off as, I like Mel, so you have to be wrong. It's kind of starting to get like Real Housewives of Potomac. And when it gets like that, it's still entertaining, but it's not as entertaining because it's like people get to a place where it's like, you got to choose a side or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really like that, you know? So there's that. Like, I don't really have a whole lot to say about, you know, Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda gonna do what she gonna do. And I'm gonna kiki, and I'm definitely going to cackle. Okay. A lot of people are sick of Miss Wanda. I'm not sick of Miss Wanda yet. I'm not sick of Miss Wanda yet. Because even though some of the stuff she's saying, like, dang, girl, like, okay, I just be feeling like she be saying the stuff that other folks really be wanting to say. Probably Tisha. And Tisha can't say it. All right. So I feel like at this point, it's about expected for Miss Wanda to say whatever the hell she gonna say out her mouth. Is it right? No, because what she said about Mel was highly, highly disrespectful and highly unwarranted. I was like, oh, just because Mel said that she was hooked on phonics or unhooked on phonics or whatever the case was that Mel allegedly said, because I've never heard her say it. Maybe she did. I don't know. But she decided to just wear her out and then talk about her marriage and how she sat in the situation knowing everything that Martell was out here doing. And I just was like, I don't think that part was right, Miss Wanda. I feel like you probably could have addressed that if she did say that and you felt the way, like, okay, cool. But to like talk about her marriage and stuff, I feel like that's not fair. Because you sit on your page all the time and you just speak on how nobody need to be talking about Tisha or what Tisha husband got going on. You know what I'm saying? But then you're going to sit up here and talk about this lady and her ex-husband. I just don't think that's fair right there. I don't think that's fair. But I am going to kiki and I'm going to cackle. If it's funny, I'm definitely going to laugh. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? That part wasn't that funny to me, Miss Wanda, but you know what I'm saying? But I mean, honestly, like I told y'all, when she was defending Destiny, I didn't really disagree too much with that, you know. It's just my thoughts, you know. I wasn't thinking PPP when she said government assistance. I just said she needed assistance for food and housing. Now, I do think, thanks, Amina, I do think people are raising some interesting questions, you know, like about her husband. Like, dang, so you mean to tell me it looked like you had it all, and then all of a sudden you get with this husband, he divorced you, and you just ain't got nothing, and you had to get on assistance? Like, how'd that work out? I also believe that the savings that she has, when she says she's been using her savings, I feel like the savings is the PPP. That's just what I think. That's not what I know to be fact. You know, that's just an assumption on my end. I think that, you know, if she using it and you ain't got no money coming in because it ain't coming to the store, and then you had an employee or so and you couldn't afford to keep up the payroll, so you had to release them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that PPP child, I mean, girl, people got to start drilling in, going in so much. Or they start going deep. Like, oh, she ain't got this amount. She got $30,228.25. I said, oh, okay, girl, okay. Girl, y'all was in that thing deep. Girl, let me tell you what she got. Thank you so much, this cat rocks, for the super chat. Destiny's friendship with Mel ended. What ended? She said she didn't know if Mel is a good friend. She also can't be close friends with both Mel and Martell. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope I'm reading this right. Ended, learn what? She said she didn't know if Mel was a good friend. I thought Tisha said that. I thought Tisha said Mel wasn't a good friend. Maybe Destiny said that. But in terms of her not being friends with Mel and Martell at the same time, I feel like that's okay. She knew Martell longer than she's known Melody. And I just feel like that's okay for her to be friends with that person. But I think the issue becomes when you begin to discuss her with that person. Just like Mel was okay with her being friends with Tisha. Do what you're going to do, but watch my shoes, right? So she caught her talking about her to the girl. So it's like, that's what we have. Okay, be friends with her, but I shouldn't come up in conversation. And if you're so much as my friend to where I do come up in conversations, I hold you to a higher level to where I would expect you to step in and be like, nah, I'm not going to entertain that conversation. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? And try to keep the things separate. Same thing with Martell. And I think that's where she messed up again, because you did the same thing with Martell. So now I see why people may feel like, Miss Destiny, ma'am, you can't be trusted, okay? Because that conversation you had with Martell, and Martell didn't even give you nothing to go off on. He just said, listen, now you her enemy too. That's all he said. Then he moved on to start back talking about him. So what did you gain from having this conversation with Martell like he's able to fix things? Seems like you could have been seeking like-minded people, right? You wanted to see if somebody else felt the same way that you felt about the situation. You know, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks, you know, but yeah. I think where Mel is in her life, if you're no longer a friend, baby, it's gonna be a while for y'all to come back how y'all were. Because I think she's had enough people to cross her at this point to where it's like, once somebody show me their stripes, I don't have time for you to show me your stripes again. I'm gonna let your stripes, like, I'm gonna call it like I see it. You showed me enough, let me move on. So it would be nice to see them get back on one accord, but I don't think she's ever going to get back on one accord with Destiny. She's already unfollowed her. For a minute, she was following her on social media. She now no longer follows her on social media. Destiny is still just hanging on for whatever reason, I guess continuing to be hopeful, although she's not liking any pictures. So what's the point in doing that? But, you know, girl, hey, we'll see how that's going to play. PPP was thrown into the mix when she said she received government assistance, because people were like, did she qualify for a PPP loan? The narrative changes online all the time, and then messages get lost. Truth. What kills me about Miss Wanda is she's the type that wants to say whatever about you. When you say her ass needs to be hooked on fine and she gets mad, girl, hush. Right? And that's what I was saying with the Mel like situation. I just felt like, it's not fair. You don't want nobody to talk about Tisha and your husband, but then you over here dragging this woman. And I don't know if Mel said that to be fact. I don't know if she did or if she was even talking about Wanda. You know, but she didn't have to go that hard. She didn't have to go that hard. You have to go that hard, girl. How can you be friends with someone that would treat another person like Martell treated Mel? I would remove myself from Destiny too. I don't know. Because I mean, different situations, you know, like, yeah, that may have been messed up that he cheated on her, but I mean, everybody different. I give people free range to be different and be friends with who they want. Okay. Y'all act like he killed somebody. That's the thing for me, like, you know. And in the times that we have seen some of the friendships, I feel like Destiny has checked Martell about himself in the past. I don't really see, you know, nothing wrong with that. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different, child. Friendship does not have to end because a relationship did. Right. And remember, Mel did say, like, now that she divorced, that Destiny's divorced from LeBerry, like, he can't call her, say nothing to her about Destiny. Right. And then that's a personal choice that I don't think Mel was even cool enough with LeBerry like that anyway. Um, so there's that, right? But I feel like there's nothing wrong with being friends. Just don't bring me up in conversation. And the moment I find out that you did, like, we good. We cool. Like, I'm straight on that. I'll never let you get that close to me again to give you any information to share with anybody about me. Don't worry about it, dear heart. We're good. All right. So are you guys ready to get back to This Is Messy? Because we can do that. Let's do that. Let's get back to This Is Messy. Okay. All right. So this message, again, don't know who's who. We're going to find out as we read along. The person says, come outside. I'm almost there. First of all, why you got to spell calm like that? You ain't got to abbreviate it like that. The amount of exclamation marks you added at the end, you could have took the time out to spell the word come correctly. I don't like that. But anyway, the person says, no, I'm still putting on my makeup. He said, what you mean? We spoke 30 minutes ago. The movie started at 7:10. We only got 20 minutes to get there. She's talking about, I need 15 more minutes. Ooh, all right. We will be late. Then I need you ready in 3 minutes, okay? She said 10. Y'all just battling, girl. Why you just ain't go with a natural face and go on about your business? Right? He says, if you ain't out the house in 2 minutes, you can meet me there. I paid for the tickets online, no refunds, yo. I'm outside. Come out. Come on. I'm not coming nowhere because you don't know how to spell come. I don't like that. That's not the accurate way. I don't like this. I'm not coming. That's why she ain't leave the house. So she says, I need a few more minutes. Damn. He said, I'm out. Meet me there. I feel like if you're a person that don't mind the credits, you could give her a few more minutes. Right, at least 10. Like, I'm giving you 10. If you ain't outside in 10 minutes, like, I'm pulling off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he can give her a few more minutes. But if you're a person that enjoys watching the beginning credits, like to other movies to see what's coming on, especially if you're going to a spot where they're going to serve you food, and that's really the time that you order your food, so by the time the food come out, the movie would have been started, you know, then that's going to hit a little different. And if this was planned, BIT, how much makeup do you got to put on? You ain't got no tinted moisturizer with a little bit of lash, maybe a little piece of concealer, and come on out the house. Little lip. You trying to get dolled up to sit in the dark? Do what y'all want to do, girl. Just, okay. Do whatever you want to do. Do what you want to do. I mean, I feel like he could have waited. There could have been a bit of compromise there, but, you know, I feel like he probably came with the intentions that you was going to be ready. Thomas, so we spoke 30 minutes ago. Right. What was you doing 30 minutes ago? How much makeup is you putting on? Anyway, let's keep going. So she says, nah, I'm straight. Watch it alone. Rushing me and SHI. You're aggressive and impatient as well. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'll be impatient too. You should have been had your makeup together. Thomas, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. I'm so glad. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so glad he sent her what he sent her and didn't say nothing else. Because you knew that boy was coming and that boy talked to you 30 minutes ago. So what was you in there doing? Now, I will say, girl, when you playing your music and stuff, you just be, you know, taking your time. Or when you watching you a little YouTube video while you getting yourself together, girl, it may take a little longer. So I feel you, honey. But at the same time, I'm like, he talked to you 30 minutes ago. This was already planned. And then you decided to pay and make this man miss out on some money on talk about because you mad. You going to say, go by yourself. Okay, bet, not a problem. And he said, she said, I'm done. Where are you? I'm outside. I ain't saying nothing. I have nothing to say. You said watch it by myself, so I am going to watch it by myself. How about that? She sends question marks. Where the F are you? Pick up. Shaking my effing head. You really left? Ma'am, you just told me. First of all, I told you I was going to leave. Then you just said, nah, I'm straight. Watch it alone. He exercised that. And then now you mad and then gonna be upset, talk about some lose my number, broke bone. Let me tell you, this is the type of energy I need women to have about these situationships. This is the type of energy I need old girl to have over here on the last one we was talking about. Okay? That's the energy. When he sat up there, he was giving her them short answers. That's all she had to say. Don't say nothing else. I ain't got nothing else to say. You right. And then she gonna send this boy a clown emoji. Girl, not you talking about a clown emoji, but you probably came out looking like one with all that time you was spending on that makeup. Well, let's see what y'all saying. But to be honest, if someone is coming to pick you up, be ready for real on P. Please be ready. Please be ready. Girl, I hate that. I hate when I'm about to go to a spot and somebody's supposed to be there and I beat them there. Oh, that shit grind my gears. And then I'm the one sitting up there waiting. I get pissed, girl. That's why I don't be trying to leave the house till they tell me they leaving. I'm out too then. Okay. And even then I may wait a few minutes. I don't like to be late. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it feels to be sitting up there waiting on folks for hours, child. But where I'll be probably like 5, 10, 15. I'm on your heels. But you gonna get there for me. Cause I'm an on-time person, like the Lord. I told my 17-year-old son yesterday, spill your words out. Women don't like that. Exactly. Why y'all sat up in grade school this long and don't want to sit up here and type out the accurate words? Don't waste your time. Dang. Just be creating damn short words or whatever. No, ma'am. Say it out loud. Don't be playing with my time. That pisses me off. It does. Pisses me off. But as Black people, we know our people never be telling the truth when they say they get ready. On God. And don't let them say they up the street because we know they still on the interstate. Hear what I say. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, y'all, this may be a long one. This may be a long live, y'all. But let's go ahead and move on. All right. Let's get to the next one. This is messy. Okay, so the person says, hey, what up? I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. What the hell could you do? He said, what you mean you couldn't do it? I gave you $350. Why are you playing with me? Oh, is this oh, wow. Girl, was this a snip? Let's keep going. I'm not playing. I just couldn't do it. I'm keeping it. Please don't be upset. Ooh. Dang. He says, wow, this how you doing me after we discussed this. I don't want kids, man. You were supposed to handle that. Where my money then? I guess it's going to go towards a car seat. She says, I spent it. I had to pay rent. Okay, she lying, sir. She lying. She wasn't pregnant, sir. She lying. I'll pay you back next week. He said, what? Now I know you tripping. Where is my money? I pay my rent with it. I'll pay you back. Girl. I feel like if a dude, first of all, you should have protected yourself, number one. All right, I understand things happen, things bust, all of that, right? Two, with the 350, I'm gonna ride up there with you. Okay. I'm not, I don't feel comfortable giving nobody no 350. Where you gotta go? We went half on this, so you can give me half. I don't know how much they cost, girl. But if they 350, I'm gonna give you the half and you can put your half up and I'm gonna ride up there with you and meet you up there. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't finna take my money to go do exactly what the hell you did. Talk about you finna pay something rent. Talking about she couldn't do it. Girl, she couldn't do it because she never was. But those are just my thoughts. I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm thinking, child. Let's keep going. He said, so you decided to keep it after we discussed I didn't want kids. You took my money knowing you was going to keep it. You played me. I said I don't want kids. I want my money back now. I said I don't want kids. I want my money back now. I told you I don't have it. And yes, I decided to keep it. Deal with it. Ooh, not you keeping it and making this man deal with it for 18 plus years. And this ain't something he wanted. So that kind of sucks for men at times when the decision is over in the court and the ball is in the court of the woman that gets to make the ultimate decision for her body. But at the same time, it's like, sir, if you know this is something that you don't want, and there is a high possibility, maybe you should be more careful. Wear the condoms, okay? If they break, sorry for you. I don't know what to tell you. The best thing you can do is abstain from it and maybe get to a place with a woman that you know you can see yourself with in the future. And then you don't have to worry about all of this SHI. If you ain't ready, if you're not ready to have kids, then maybe you should ease back on being ready to. Maybe you should use your hand a bit more. I don't know what to tell y'all. Okay, you know, definitely sucks. I hope she playing though. But let's keep going. She says, I told you I don't have it. And yes, I decided to keep it. Deal with it. You need to start making plans because I'm having your child. This bothers me a bit. That's so messed up. Talking about he need to start making plans. Girl, please tell me this was an April Fool's joke. That's sad when you force this person to be something that they not ready to be. And then when y'all go out and y'all have these kids and see that they not active, well, they tried to tell you from the beginning that this ain't what they wanted. But you tried to pigeonhole and trap somebody into a situation. Ah, keep going. He said, deal with it. BIT. Now, sir, you ain't have to call her name now. You played me. I want my money by Friday. She said, or else what? And I said, girl, we don't play those games. There's too many black femicide going on out here, girl. We don't play them red lights or what, girl. Girl, those are the things that not know or what. You know, you did play that man on his coin. You should have just said, okay. Even if you ain't gonna have it by Friday, you should say, okay, gotcha, bitch. Yeah, can't be playing these games. Now he said, have my funds by Friday. Don't text me no more. She says, you're threatening the mother of your child. I will make sure the authorities are aware. I said you would be paid on my next check. He said, F you. She said, me or us, B-I-T. See, at this point, I really feel like she was effing with him. I hope that she was. This is terrible. This is terrible. Oh, wow. She pulled on Eric. What? She pulled on Erica Jane or what? What? Mm-hmm. Men should get vasectomies if they truly aren't ready. They can be reversed. I'm tired of hearing it. Girl, you think they can? They need to get their own type of birth control. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the vasectomies. I don't know how they work, girl. It probably can be reversed, girl. I think tubes, if you get your tubes tied, that could be reversed too. But I wonder what's the likelihood when a person is ready of actually, you know, having a child. How does that work? Um, a coworker got a girl pregnant and he married her. And fast forward, he has 2 kids and he hates his wife. Dang. Dang. He over here hanging her for his decisions. How you having a baby and can't afford an abortion? Ooh. How you having a baby and can't afford that nor your rent? Help us in America today. Okay? Make it make sense. Kids are very, very expensive. Very, especially during today's age, the way inflation happening, girl, I can imagine what daycare costs. Mm-mm. He going to have to bump her off. She should have did what she was going to do. Mm-mm. Child, this is messy. They made birth control for men, but the FDA won't approve it because the side effects. Oh, okay, but they don't care about the side effects of the women, which is probably why, which is what I do believe, a lot of women are infertile today was because of some of the items that they may have taken for birth control. I really do believe that. I think that has had effects on why women cannot. They have so many infertility issues now, and in order to reverse that or even be able to give birth, they got to go and get this extra SHI too. Girl, I hate it. But anyway, extra SHI as in like the IVF or getting a surrogate, and ain't no telling what else they about to come up with. It's the same side effects of women's birth control, the double standards. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, what? They don't want to be held responsible. Then they want to sit up here and pigeonhole women and force them into giving birth to kids if they don't, if they go past a certain time frame in their pregnancy, even if it is by way of RAPE or if it is by way of incest or anything, or just a woman not being ready. They trying to pigeonhole and force them into doing that. I don't like that. Let these people do what they want to do with their body. I don't think that women can trap men. Men need to strap it up if they don't want kids. Women shouldn't have to put their bodies through an abortion if condoms are harmless. And I understand that, Chris, but I feel like they can when both parties can participate in either abstaining or ways that's going to prevent it. Now, there are female condoms that a lot of women don't actively use. So yes, men can use those as well. But if they want to take the route of getting on birth control, women can do that as well. So I feel like they are trapping. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like not all, but there are indeed some that are out here trapping. And the first person that comes to my mind was Tristan Thompson's baby mama, latest baby mama. Ain't nobody gonna tell me Miss Girl ain't trapped for sure. He played himself ultimately for sure if he did not wear a condom, you know. But I think a trap was definitely involved. But that's just what I think. All right, you guys. So that wraps up. This is messy. So I was about to go into the ultimatum. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. If y'all want to get into the ultimatum. If not, I can wrap up. But you guys just let me know what you're thinking. Let me know. Let me know. You trying to get into it, Deshaun? All right. Y'all down? Okay. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. Okay, this what y'all want. All right, y'all. Now when these numbers dwindle, y'all 5, 6 people better be the same ones in here hanging on. Okay. Make sure y'all in here hanging on because it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna try to rush through it though. I'm gonna try to rush through it. The best that I can. I told y'all in the beginning though, I said this live is probably gonna be a really long live because, and which I would prefer to go ahead and kind of knock out as much of the ultimatum as I can. Because I can't guarantee I'm gonna want to get it out tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it. All right. So I need to put my labels up so we know which episode we're on. Okay. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Also, please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. And also share the video for your girl. I do appreciate you all. Okay. So let me get into it real quick. All right, so y'all know I've already done episodes 1 and 2, so we're about to talk about real quick episode 3. Okay, so episode 3 had me mother and cackling. All right, actually, let me put my images up here real quick so y'all know who we talking about. Because y'all know your girl got her images over here. All right, bet the ultimatum. Let's talk. All right, so episode 3 had me in tears. Do you hear me? Because what's his name? Nate was so funny to me and so fake. Okay. Hunter decides that he wants to marry Alexis. So he goes over and gets down on one knee and proposes to her. So Alexis's face was funny because it looked like she thought he was just talking. I don't think she knew he was going to come around the table and actually get down on one knee and propose to her, but he did. And I thought it was nice. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't know that him doing that was going to remove them from the process. I feel like they could have still gone through the process to make a decision on if he truly feels that way or if he did that based off of impulse. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, it is what it is. Meanwhile, you got Madeline over there crying. She crying. I'm rolling my eyes because I don't stand Madeline. Okay. Then gonna say Colby better stay in his chair. He better stay in his chair because I haven't changed my mind. And he better stay in his chair. Girl, she pissed me off so much. I was like, it's you treating your man like he's lame. And I don't like that. Where actually you're the one that's lame as hell. Okay, so Nate then tells Madeline he's going to choose her after she's already said yeah to Randall. Mind you, Nate is really desperate. He's really desperate trying to get in where he fit in. He's searching for somebody like, who is it? He's searching, girl. Now, Colby gets ready to choose Lauren. Alexis is mad that Alexis is mad at Colby because he told her that he's not attracted to her when she wanted to spend the rest of her 3 weeks with him. And he was like, no, like, I'm not, like, you're not that girl, not for me. And she want to get mad, talk about he's not a good person. I said, no, BIT, you not. Okay, you just mad because that boy kept it honest with you. Anyway, he says that he didn't want to waste her time nor his, which I believe, because if you're not attracted, you're just not attracted. So Lauren had to speak up for him, right? And he chooses her. And when he chooses her and she gets ready to choose him, Nate flips he runs around the table and gets down on one knee and proposes to her. And I cackled. I said, no, and then, no, he not. I said, he's so insecure about Colby because I told y'all Colby is a looker. Colby looks good. All right. A lot of the girls would have chosen Colby for sure. And he was threatened. And he already got turned down by 2 or 3 women already. So, yeah, he was whack for that. What else? Lauren over there. Oh, my God. Yes, hell fucking yes. I was like, girl, sit down. Y'all are not a match. Y'all are not a match at all this extra crying and whining, girl, y'all are not a match. Go sit down somewhere. He just made it seem like not wanting kids was a deal breaker, and then now here it is, y'all over here being engaged to each other. I said, girl, get the fuck out of here. What else? Colby says congrats. I think that's cute, but honestly, I need to let you know that your entire face does not show any excitement. Okay, so I don't think that's where you really want to be. So she had to try to sit up there and defend her relationship, talking about, but this hasn't been just 4 days. Like, we've been together for 2.5 years, girl, and you not even ready to start a family with this man. But I guess since you love him, but okay. What else? So Cole, no, Nate is like, wait, are you calling our situation fake? Because I think he did say it was a fake ass proposal. She was like, wait, are you calling our situation fake? I'm cackling, right? And that's when Colby was a bit confused, because he's like, y'all came here for an ultimatum and y'all didn't even get the full experience, just a piece of it. It's only been 4 days and now he's ready to propose. Yeah, no. He just uprooted her from that process. And I just felt like it was so unfair. I feel like that was so messed up. Alexis didn't have the right to prove of Colby being not a good person, but she wasn't wrong on her intuition down the line. She made herself look bad, but wasn't wrong at all. Very true. Very true. But I do feel like she didn't know enough about him in those 4 days to really know if he was a bad person. I think she just didn't like how blunt he was with her. But you are so right. Baby girl showed her call. I mean, she definitely was right by the end of the season for sure. What else we got? April took over the conversation, right? Because she's trying to talk to Colby, because Colby ended up choosing April. And Nate interrupts and says, listen, I want to get back to what you said about us not connecting and me preventing you from connecting. And I'm like, Nate, shut up. Sit back. And April said, yeah, so anyway, baby. I was like, yes, April, take over the conversation. She gives this speech about Jake and how he's such a great guy and she's a better woman for him. And she believes she's going to be the mother of his kids and all this other stuff. Didn't happen that way, dear heart. April called Nate proposal fake as which she was right. She says that for him to do that, that's his way of ignoring the real issues that they have, and I agree. Nate jumps in and Jake checks his ass and says, at some point, baby, you're going to have to be quiet. Shout out to him. Alexis co-signs April, and Madeline called him out by saying he was going to choose her, which was stupid. Like, why would you say that to Madeline and then turn around and you about to propose to this girl? Like, Nate was just on some other shit. Madeline, I couldn't stand Madeline. I still don't like. I don't give a fuck about Madeline being pregnant. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I do not like Madeline. Madeline couldn't wait to get Randall in the bed. That's what she wanted. She saw the sexual chemistry that was between her and him, and that's what she wanted. Okay, she wanted to get this man in the sheets, and it seemed like he was giving her the eye too, like he wanted her like that, knowing he didn't really want her like that. But I think he just enjoyed being desired in that manner. But I guess so. April and Colby are starting off well. Same for Jake and Ray. She followed for Jake already, and I ain't really like Ray too much, but I love that Ray found her voice at the reunion, because it seemed like her voice left her. But I didn't really care for Ray too much. Ray just led with too much sexual energy for me that made me feel like Ray didn't really know her worth fully, but I think she found it, right? So Shanique, she don't want to piss on, she tells Zay that she don't want nobody pissing in the bathroom on the seat. Tell me why Zay over there like, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, because you do it. You know you filthy. You know it, sir. That's why you over there making that face. What else? I thought it was interesting. This is when I kind of felt bad for Zay. Zay ended up telling people telling her, like, she said she do everything naked. He said to make her feel comfortable, he could sleep on the floor or on the couch. It doesn't matter, because he slept in a car for at least a year. And I was like, wow, didn't know that. Like, I felt bad for him. Like, what was going on with Zay for him to have slept in his car for like a year? I'm like, talk about getting it out of the mud. Wow. Right. So that's everything that happened in episode 3. I was for April entire speech this episode. I was so happy when she was going off there and walking out when she was done. Yes. And that's what I said. I said, come on, April. Come on. She definitely clapped off on them. And I think she said everything that Vanessa Lachey wanted to say. Okay, and probably couldn't say it as gritty as she did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, get it, girl. All right, let's go ahead and move on real quick to episode 4. Trying to run through these, y'all. Okay, so episode 4, Ray and Jake. So she's enjoying living with him. She admits to having jealousy issues, but it's really based on Zay's job, because Zay is like a party promoter or something. So he always comes off as though he's single on social media. And she don't really like that. Okay, so that's a problem for her, and I can understand, definitely can understand that. Jake says that he can relate because I think either April does that or somebody from his past used to do that. So she feels like if she was with him, she wouldn't have to worry about those things. It was in that moment I was like, Ray is falling for this boy. She is in, like, girl, she really seeing her life with this man, right? So Jake tells her if she feels that way about Zay, he may not be the guy for her. Okay, so then this is when I knew they was finna kiss. When they get up and they go and they overlook the water and she leaning on him and they laugh and I said, watch they finna kiss, watch it. And they kiss. And it was super passionate. And I said, yeah, because to me, that's all Ray knows how to give, is the kisses, the physical part. That's all Ray really knows how to do. But I guess she had to learn, okay? So she takes Jake to meet her dad, and I kind of felt the way about that because I'm like, why is these people, mean people, family so quick? But again, I had to learn this is an accelerated process. That's why he had to meet her dad. But her dad was over there clowning Zay, so he don't approve of Zay at all. Anyway, Ray decides that Jake ends up meeting Jake lets Ray meet his mom, and I think his good friend, okay? So his mom doesn't seem to be sold on Ray, to me, okay? What you say of her daddy, though? What about her daddy? Her daddy was cute. Her daddy was cute. He did like Jake. He liked Jake much more than he liked Zay. For sure. I agree, Sanithia. Zay needs therapy. He has been through way too much and needs to process everything to grow. Absolutely, he does. And I've been saying that absolutely he needs that. He needs that time to himself to self-reflect and get himself together. What else happened? So Jake's mama don't seem to be sold on Ray. I think she still has a love for April. But Jake goes to tell Ray that his mom loves her and all this other stuff. And told him that that's the type of girl that you need or something. I said, I don't recall. Did I tune out? I don't remember his mama saying it. So I feel like he over there lying. If you ask me, I just feel like he over there lying. I'm like, girl, this boy don't see. He said he lying. Anyway, Randall, but y'all let me know if that's what y'all heard, because I don't remember that. Okay. I think because Jake agreed to ride with him on the train. Oh yeah, probably so. And he handled it well, and he ain't poop, and he don't wear his pants below his butt. Feel what I'm saying? So Randall and Madeline, so they still in bed talking, child. They started off talking, still in the bed talking, and I hate how close he was to her face. And I'm just like, it's him saying how attractive he finds her. And I'm like, that girl is not attractive. But you know, I gotta move on. Madeline speaks on not thinking about Colby and Shanique, right? And Randall, I love Randall's answer when she's like, I don't really think about Colby and Shanique at all. I'm not thinking about them. Girl, we know, Madeline, because you really didn't care for Colby. You really didn't care at all, girl. You really was out here on some, I'm trying to smash somebody and get away with it, okay? But then get mad at your boyfriend. But anyway, so Randall says, nah, I love my girl. He didn't say that, but in so many words, he was like, I love my girl. And it's hard for me to not think about her. And I said, that's right. That's right. How you come here with your man and you ain't thinking about him at all? Girl. Anyway, she ain't faithful to that man outside of the cameras, I don't think. But we learned a lot about Colby as the episodes went on. What else happened? Randall meets Madeline's friends, and one of Madeline's friends actually smashed Colby back in the day. I said, and y'all still, like, why do people do that? Why do people do that? Like, I mean, maybe that is a good person for you. I don't know, but I don't want to date nobody that I know my friend has smashed. I don't give a when y'all did it. I don't care to do that. So I mean, only for her to go on and get pregnant, I guess. What else? Her friends are shitting on Colby, though. They're praising Randall, but talking down about Colby very badly. I guess, girl. Shanique and Zay. Zay meets her family. Felt really bad for Zay. Zay did a lot of stuttering during this time frame. He really couldn't explain a lot of the questions that they asked. But the one that was really tough was when he talked about his parents. And I felt bad for him because he said his parents was never really there for him nor his siblings. Like they literally had to go steal water from somewhere else to bring it back home to do X, Y, and Z. So I really felt bad. And it actually made me tear up because I was like, how do you have these children and you just leave them? How do you have children and you just let them fend for themselves? Like I just don't understand that. And I really, girl, I ain't teared up. Girl, I cried in that moment because I was like, that is so sad that he had to endure this. And now as an adult, he has to navigate the traumas of what he went through because your child was not ready to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? Then you have some kids that have to navigate through people that were actually trying to be a parent and just weren't great ones or whatever. But I just felt the way about that. Right. And then knowing he had to live in a car too. So I'm like, dang, they really had it rough out here in these streets. Okay. So what else? What else? What else? Okay, so the ladies link up. Let's get to that. Shanique tells us about how Zay had a boner when they was cuddling. I said, ooh, Ray tried to take it as good as she could, but some part of me felt like Ray wasn't fazed by that because she knew she was over here smashing on Jake. And I don't care what nobody say. Ray can never sit on a stage anywhere and tell me that she and Jake never smashed. I don't give what she talking about. Cause y'all did. Why y'all got a gold box with kinky items and different stuff in? Like, why do y'all have that? If y'all ain't never do nothing. Like, girl, I don't believe that. And we know how you get down. It's all about the physical touch for you. Ray tells April that she kissed him. Like, that's it. I kissed Jake. That's it. Okay. I kissed him, but April seemed like she's sitting up there trying to take it all in. Madeline tells April she know why this man been having issues with her. It's because she talked too much. I said, oh, well, you ain't really lie right there, Madeline. It's just about how you go about saying stuff. Madeline throws shade when she tells her, like, girl, you're hot, you're sexy. And then April says, thank you. She said, yeah, that's like the only compliment I'm throwing at you. B-I-T, and I probably would have been throwing a drink at you. Girl, I'm trying not to insult her facial features, but you, B-I-T, sit up here trying to comfort that girl. Let me move on, Madeline, girl. So April starts talking again over Madeline, and she tells them about them effing without protection, pretty much planning a wedding. Her dad thinks they're married and stuff. That was overkill. I feel like, girl, not y'all doing all of this now. I guess I could understand her frustration if they were indeed planning a wedding, but you can make a commitment to a car or whatever, or a house that you're gonna have for years, but you can't. That's for me, but you can't sit up here and go ahead and just marry me. Like, yeah, that does sound a bit off. But did you plan the wedding with him, or you just planned it with yourself? Okay. What else? Oh, April wanting to have kids and talking about infertility because she has cysts on her ovaries and stuff. Completely understand. I hate that for her, but I also felt like maybe it's not just you though. Maybe it is him. A lot of times women result to the fact that, oh, it could be me, and so I can't give birth to, can't have a child. But nobody really considers that the men be infertile too. Like, maybe it's him. Ain't no telling what he did while he was over there in the military that could have caused him to be a little slim down there. I don't know. And yeah, you may have cysts on your ovaries, and I'm sure, maybe some other women were able to still, have births, and maybe it was high risk, or get pregnant, have a high risk pregnancy, even with those cysts. Not sure how that all works, but girl, maybe some of it is him. You put all that pressure on you. But anyway, and then also maybe it's just not him too, right? Meaning, maybe he's just not the guy you're supposed to have a child with. Madeline has so much to say about everybody else's man. When is she going to talk about her man? Okay, when is she going to be having some things to say about Colby or whatever? Okay, when is she going to get to that point? But anyway, so Ray don't know what she wants. Madeline tells Shanique about her experience with Randall, and she tries to rub it in her face, like, yeah, Randall kissed me. He kissed me off camera. Yeah, he kissed me off camera. And then she got all drunk and stuff. Shanique speaks on not living with Randall because she doesn't want him to use it as an excuse to not get married. I feel like that kind of makes sense. Yeah, like don't you? I mean, if you don't want to do that, cool, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Make him give you some type of commitment, because sometimes people try to pigeonhole folks in that position of, yeah, we just gonna live together, but we ain't get married. No, we're not. Okay, how about that? If that's the case, then I could just do it on my own. No, thank you. So Shanique felt like she wasn't being appreciated for who she is and how he doesn't do spontaneous things, and she needs those things. Okay. Madeline tells her he kissed her off camera and how hot he is and everything, right? So she talks about that. Ray says Shanique is upset, and Madeline says that I don't care. I don't give a. I don't care. I don't care if she is or she isn't. And then she all drunk talking about, so I'm ready to go kiss Zay. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go and kiss Zay behind the cameras. I wanted somebody to just mush the out of her. She was so irritating, bro. So, and you know what? I believe that on the very last night. I truly believe that. And I feel like he wasn't trying to do anything on camera. That's what that was. But I do believe that he did that. I think Shanique deserves better and Randall. Randall ain't it. You think so? Oh, wow. Okay. I think they did do other things off camera. I feel like she slobbed on my like on a car, check it with me and do your job. I feel like that's what she was doing for sure. Behind the scenes, shot. Give me 1 second. Let me see what else going on over here. Okay. What else? What else? What else? So Zay and Jake talk about Ray's issues with Zay. Zay is ready to marry her, but doesn't accept. Oh, let me go back. Let me go back. So the guys link up, right? Colby calls out Zay for having him come kiss another chick. Now, when Colby said this, I felt like, you know what? Zay, I feel like Colby was joking, but Zay didn't take that SHI as a joke. And he was about to knock it out. He almost called him an NIGGA. And he was telling Randall to switch seats with him. And I was so here for that moment. But I know Colby was doing things. Number one, he was trying to be funny the first time, I think. Number two, I felt like he saw how Zay was getting pissed and he just egged it on, like he enjoyed that, right? So Zay had Randall switch seats with him because he didn't want to do something he'll probably regret. I said, okay. So what we learned is that Zay is ready to be married to Ray, but she doesn't accept him for who he is. And I feel like it's probably hard to accept you for who you are when she probably sees so much potential in you and see you being able to be so much of a better person, but you're not on that pathway to even try to work on those things. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why she probably gets frustrated with you. Right. What else? I felt Randall played for my team for sure. Girl, the way he was outside talking to Shanique outside by that fucking van when she got upset and they was on the side, headed to the parking garage. I forgot what they were talking about. I think it was Madeline. They kissed or something. Girl, I had to go to Twitter and I typed in Randall. Tell me why the first thing that came up on Twitter was Randall Gay. I was like, who? I said, is this somebody last name Randall Gay? I tapped on, I said, or is this Randall Gay? So I tapped, I saw the motherfucking tweets and I failed. But I said, I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm not gonna put that on that young man. I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not, he's just not like everybody else, okay? I'm not gonna do that. But them motherfucking tweets, I was in tears. Y'all just go to Twitter and type it in, but I'm not gonna put that on Randall. I ain't gonna do my boy like that. Okay, so Randall, Jake is advocating for himself, right? So when Zay tells Jake, like, listen, I want to marry her, like I'll marry her right now, but don't tell her that or whatever like that. This is when Jake kind of starts to go off on Zay about how he may treat her and stuff. And pretty much to me, I felt like Jake was advocating for himself and he just likes her. You know what I'm saying? He was just advocating for himself when it came down to he and Ray, because he just really likes her. Because I just feel like, why are you coming off a bit hostile? This ain't your relationship. Like, bro, you don't even know me like that. Like, you getting a little loud with your tone, just a little bit. Trying to call me out about things that I've done or whatever she's told you, but you ain't been in our relationship the whole time to know. But, okay. So, Randall and Colby. So, they talk. Randall and Colby talk. They can't handle the conversation, especially when he heard that they kissed. Okay, so he tells her, or she tells him, like, yeah, I kissed him or whatever. So Colby really couldn't handle it. And Colby, you was full of SHI and all of the tea talking about some damn, you over here being mad and feeling away, only for you to go and show your ass, okay, later on in the season, girl. But let's go ahead and move on. All right. Let's get to episode 5. See how we zooming, girl? We zooming. All right. So Ray and Jake. So he told her about Zay almost fighting Kobe. So she tells him about Zay getting a boner with Shanique and how Madeline thinks she should leave Zay for him. And he hoped April loves him or something like that. He says Zay loves you, but I don't think you should be with him. And I don't know. Ray was killing me when she was sitting over there talking to Jay, talking about some. I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you think? When everybody says that we should really just be together, it's like, Ray, if you want to be with him, just say that. Just say that, girl, because that's what it's giving. Okay? That's what it's giving. You want to be with somebody new, but that's going to die down after a while. But okay. So Jake says in so many words, he's willing to leave Ray to be with, he's willing to leave April to be with Ray. I said, y'all deserve each other then. Shit, if you came into this process in these 2 years or whatever you had going on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if that ain't working and you found somebody new, then go ahead. Hold on, that's not the one. This right here. That's how I feel. I felt like she found her voice a little bit in a reunion, but she definitely a fraud for sure. What? It was all what gate on episode 5? What gate? Spell it out. You can tell they hella young-minded. All the boners talk like who talks under they partner's clothes. Like, ooh. You meant boner gate? Maybe that's what you was trying to say. Yeah, I got you. Let's keep going. Yeah, Omar, he was in the military. Okay, so Shanique and Zay. Zay tells her about the almost fight that happened with Randall. The almost fight that happened with Kobe and how Randall talked about how he kissed Madeline. He tells her about the link up with Zay. And Zay doesn't, he tells her about the link up with Kobe. And Zay doesn't like that they kissed, but if she happier with him, it's okay for her to be happy with him and he'll just let it be what it is. So Shanique made a face and he decided he was going to cuss at her. Like, what the fuck is this face you making? And like, first of all, who are you talking to? And number one, the face that I'm making, you automatically assuming that I'm coming up against you with my facials, but my facials could be about something completely different. It could be on your side, but you automatically taking defense. Like, slow it down. So it got real tense, okay? And he got, insulted or whatever. He got a bit heated as well. What else? He kept cussing at her and she was telling him he need to chill out. He need to calm down. Like, you're not gonna sit up here, you're not gonna cuss at me. Like, this is not some things we gonna do. I'm not gonna tolerate this. Period. So he leaves and then eventually he comes back. That's one thing we learned about Zay this season. Zay do not know how to handle conversations. I think oftentimes Zay comes off as though he's misunderstood, which is why he may walk off. So he got to work through that stuff. I think he be trying to express himself and it does not always come out right. And when people don't respond how he thinks they should respond, he gets frustrated. And I don't know. I just think he got a lot of things he needs to work on. Because he always getting up, walking off. And I would prefer him to walk off if that's what you need to do. If it's going to keep you from, putting your hands or doing something you'll regret, right? Then walk off. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, sometimes you need to be able to sit in it and have those tough conversations. So he just got some things he needs to work on. But anyway, he come back, he apologized. She was happy. They hugged each other. They moved on. Madeline wants to be all over Randall and doesn't care about the cameras at all. So then, what I said, she did all of this to come after Shanique because she's threatened by Shanique. That's what I said. So she don't care about the cameras, right? She want to be all over him. But Randall's like, I do care. And I love that he kind of like pushed her off because that's why she really got mad at him because she wanted to be all on him. And he was like, calm down, chill out, okay? So Randall goes to talk to her about Kobe and tell her that Kobe ended up kissing another woman. Right. So Madeline doesn't care because she doesn't like Kobe for real, in my opinion. She just want to have a man just to say that she got one. right? So Madeline mad because she wants to smash on Randall, and Randall ain't trying to smash on her in this moment. So she starts to get real disrespectful with him, telling him, I don't give up, I don't care. Why are you telling me this, SHI? Why are you doing this? Really, this is what we're doing. Da da da. Then she started crying. I said, girl, you know you don't give a damn. But here's the thing: you wanted to not talk about that. So what you did was you cried so that you can excuse yourself from the situation, because you knew that you weren't going to be able to leave the situation any other time. So you used that as a way for you to get a break, because you didn't want to talk about it, I guess, girl. And now I'm thinking about it, she probably didn't want to talk about it because she already knew that, because she had got a text message from Colby. So anyway, Madeline says Randall is one way off the camera and another way on camera. I just felt like when I saw Randall running behind her, trying to talk to her, go on the elevator with her, go downstairs, I said, Randall, stop following this BIT, because she wants somebody to run behind her. That's what she wants. Stop following behind her. And first of all, I was like, why is everybody running off on Randall? We saw Randall chasing her and Shanika at different times. I said, Randall, let these folk go on about their business. Give them a second. Let them go. All right. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Madeline was just really upset that she wanted him. He didn't want her. She didn't like the rejection. She cried about it. Shanika and Randall, okay? She mad at him because he got a boner with another woman or whatever. I get her being mad, but I'm with him. It is a natural thing. So why are you bringing up this, okay? Now, I feel like if you're that mad, you should have followed it up with, did you smash? You know what I'm saying? If you went and got a boner and you over kissing her, did you smash? Like, why you ain't say that? Ooh, another thing, why this on my mind? When it came time to the reunion, I really feel like the reason they took a six month break was because they probably had a heart to heart and told each other everything that happened during the process. I think they could have kept it real honest about everything they could have done, which is why they probably took a break. But let's keep going. So so even though she was like upset and Randall was trying to calm her down, you could see in his face that he still was kind of happy and like the fact that she was a bit jealous. Girl, they love that. Shanique was being very immature to me. And it's like she wants him to be sitting up there crying and crying about her missing her all day, all of this extra stuff. And I'm just like, that's not how this works. That's just not how that goes. He don't think about you that much. I'm sure he misses you, but she was being unreasonable to me. Which resulted in her going back, doing what she did with Zay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Anyway, so what else happened? Yeah, I said just because that's how you feel as far as missing him, thinking about him every day, all day, doesn't mean that he has to feel the same way. And that's when she walks off, she goes to the car. He's following behind her, right? He followed her out the restaurant, followed her over to get in the Uber, telling her not to go. And then it was the body language that he gave after she got in the car. And that's the one that I saw on Twitter. And I think somebody said the same thing that I said. They was like, I saw this scene and immediately had to come to Twitter and see what the people were saying about Randall, girl. And I laughed so much because I was like, that was me. I saw that scene and I went and I was like, oh my, because I was like, nah, I ain't gonna put that on him. That boy ain't like that. That boy ain't like that. Girl, Twitter was eating him up. Oh, so funny. Anyway, so Zay and Shanique, okay, so he ready to marry Ray, but right now he feels like she got him looking like a whole fool. He thinks people are using this process as a cheat-free pass. I think she wants to F him, is what I was thinking. So Shanique started asking Zay questions. Different questions and stuff, want to know his thoughts about the process and everything. People over here being able to, truly explore the process physically or whatever, because there is a physical attraction between them. But I felt like, yeah, Miss Girl want to smash him. And when I tell you, it definitely happened. They put the cameras on the people. We didn't see a whole lot of action, but what I did see, because I had to keep rewinding it, when she went over to her side of the bed, his hand was out and he grabbed something from her. Okay, he grabbed something from her and politely slid it over. So I'm like, yeah, they smashed. And I think it was truly confirmed at the reunion, but they indeed smashed. I didn't think they wasn't supposed to be smashing. Listen, I kind of would have thought they would not have. I would have thought that they would not have if you're trying to get somebody to commit to you, you know? Like, yeah, this is a process or whatever. But I would probably think that you wouldn't, you know, but I think it was a whole lot of smashing. Somebody said that. I don't know who. I don't know who said, I don't know if it, I don't know who said it, but they was like, I think everybody is using this process as a cheat pass or something like that. I don't know who said it. Maybe it was Kobe. But I agree. Shanique, a stronger woman than me, because I would have seen Zay with them lips and said, Randall, who, ooh, 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 okay. Okay, very immature, and she does not communicate well either. And there's that on that. That's why Shanique is too young to be getting married. She gets mad about everything. Oh, and you know, I'm so glad you said that because I was sitting up there at the I was sitting up there watching the show, and I said every mother episode, Shanique make the same face. I was so sick of that fucking face. She made the same face every episode, like she was about to cry. It didn't matter who she was talking to. I was like, stop, girl. She do it don't matter what somebody talking about, girl. They could be talking about breakfast in the morning and she it's like every time I think she's overly emotional, maybe. But every episode, every single one, Miss Girl was giving it, and she gave it at the reunion too. I said, Shanika, I thought we was gonna let this facial go. Well, I guess not. Like, don't be trying to cry now, girl. You done smashed that man. Do what you gonna do, girl. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going. Randall. Randall and Madeline, she thinks he's perfect. And how oh yeah, she's almost like, I think he's perfect. He's perfect for me. He's perfect for my friends. He's perfect for my family. Your friends and your family ain't got shit to do with this, girl. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, so I was so happy to see Colby kiss April. That meant so much to me. When I saw Colby kiss April, I was like, yes, Colby, yes, do something because your girl ain't doing, she over there doing what she want to do. And you out here just being loyal. I love that he kissed her. I feel like if they had more time, they probably could have made a pretty good connection, you know? So I was really happy about that. So let's go ahead and move on, girl. We're moving through these quick. All right. So round table meetup. Colby says that he learned to listen because she does a lot of talking, right? Hilarious. April says she grew into being a woman when they were together. And, you know, Madeline didn't like it. She's like, BIT, why are you putting all that on him? Like, he actually contributed to you growing to be a good woman. Like, girl, what kind of stuff is that? She told me something that's narcissistic for him to take ownership. And I'm like, but that's still your man. Okay. So Jake and Ray is very vague. They asked Ray about her experience or something like that, and she was like, "Oh, we're good together." And I was like, "So that's it." But I loved when Zay said she ain't saying that. She didn't open her mouth. She didn't say. I said yes. She didn't give them nothing, and they was just gonna ride off that. Like, girl, what? So she wasn't open with the answer, is what he was meaning. Zay tells her that if she found love in Jake, then he won't hold her back, right? So Madeline and Randall, she feels heard and understood. Randall lying. Okay, so she feels heard and understood, but Randall lying, talking about some, she allows him to be heard and she listens as he speaks. And I said, but the girl just cussed you out in the kitchen not too long ago. So why are you up here lying? Why are you lying? You a little liar, Randall. Okay, Colby calls out Randall saying he sees a future with her when he brought her there for that reason. Like, that sucks that y'all see a future with each other, but she not seeing one with me. That's a problem, okay? The old couples, it's time for them to get back together. Zay and Ray, she brings up the boner. He tells her he is human. She wants to know what they did physically. She goes straight to that. She goes straight to that. And that's what I don't like about Ray. I'm like, it's so much bigger than sex. It's so much bigger than a physical, girl. She goes straight to that. So she feels like she can only compete. To me, I feel like she only can compete with women on a sexual level and on a physical level because she can't compete on a mental one. What else? Ray is a clown, is what I put. Like, why are you over there asking him about everything that he's done? Tell him what it is that you have done. What have you done with Jake? Let's talk about it, okay? And then I think he ended up being that gold box. And so you was over there getting freaky deaky. So let's talk about you. Let's keep going. Shanique and Randall. Girl, she was over there talking to Randall. Randall looked scared as hell to tell her about everything that he was doing. I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all remember that in what episode was 6? But when they were sitting on the edge of the bed, he looked so scared. Like, don't ask me this. I hope she don't know that. Like, oh, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah. He was doing something he had no business, child. Jake and April. He says that she has been texting other guys. I ain't like this that Jake did. Jake, as soon as Jake got into the house, he was like, we got some things we got to talk about. And he immediately started bringing up this SHI. And I just kind of felt like, even if there was truth to it or whatever, I think it was, I just felt like he's using this as an excuse because he wants to feel better about choosing Ray over her, because now that's where his interest is. So I was like, ugh. Anyway, so come to find out, Madeline snitched on her, talking about how she showed a picture of a dude in her phone and how they exchanged numbers or whatever. And then we end up catching, first of all, Madeline is a bitch, for sure. She's a hating for sure. But what we ended up finding out is that April was a liar, because April told Jake that she never exchanged no number. Then she goes and get in the confessional and says that she did give the guy her number. So which one is it? You're a liar. You're a liar, Miss Girl. What else? He says, oh, I just didn't like that he was really upset about her taking a picture or exchanging a number or whatever the case was when you was over here getting real freaky deaky with a whole nother woman in the room. You was over here about fucking on this other girl, and the way y'all was over there kissing, you're not going to tell me that y'all wasn't over there fucking too. Miss me with that. I don't believe none of that. What else? But he also, and she gonna tell me at the reunion, the reason why you don't see any images of us on there is because it never happened. Girl, bye. You know where it probably happened? In the bathroom, in other places, just outside of the view of the camera. You're not gonna sit up here and play me, girl. With your lying self. I don't believe her. Anyway, I don't want to read that. I already read it. Kobe and Madeline, they got a strong sexual chemistry. That's what I think. That's why she was happy to see him. What else? I thought Kobe was a sweet guy, but I guess not. She found out Kobe was texting another woman. She pressed now, and I'm like, don't be mad now, Madeline, because when Rando tried to tell y'all, you didn't give a. But now you want to be pressed about it, right? Because I think she ended up going through his Apple Watch and she ended up finding text messages and stuff. So Kobe, full of SHI too, because he knew he kissed her, and then gonna text Madeline about it, but the next day says that he don't really remember what happened. So that makes me feel like you was on bullshit when you sat up there and said that they had you go over here and kiss this girl. And you probably woke up the next day and said you didn't know what happened. So if you didn't know what happened, how would you remember that Zay sent you over there? See, you full of shit. You're full of it, Colby, with your cute self. I don't care what nobody say, Colby cute, period. Maybe not the right hairstyle. I understood him when he was complaining about the hairstyle, but Colby got it. All right, and y'all can't say that Colby ain't cute, because if Colby was on like if he was in a movie or something like that and they got him right with the little snip of the haircut or whatever, or just the fact that he was in the movies, girl, y'all will be all over Kobe. Don't play. All the girls was over Kobe at the reunion, okay? Anyway, so Madeline gets upset and decides she finna go lock her damn self in the bathroom. I said, girl, go lock yourself up then. Lock up, because I ain't, Go lock yourself up, girl. So she does that, and he left, and he didn't return until midday the next day. I said, God, girl, let me tell one thing the men gonna do, girl. They're gonna leave and not return. All right, until the very next day. All right, so he finally arrives, because you know Ray ended up being in there talking to her. He tells her that he was wrong and he did it because of the experience, and he went out and wanted to make things real. Who do you think you talking to? I did it because I wanted to make it real for you, baby. If you don't sound like Future, dress it up and make it real for me. If you don't sound like Future, you ain't got to make a damn thing real for me. So you decided that you was going to go out there and cheat or do what you was going to do, and then sit up here and make it real for me so that I could see how I could feel to possibly lose you. You got me up, baby. No, sir. So I think Madeline is hurt because she didn't think Kobe would turn on her. I think she always thought Kobe was going to have her back. Kobe was going to love on her. Kobe was going to support her, all of that, right? I think she started to she started to treat Kobe like he was disposable, is what I mean. And when she saw that another woman will come in and snatch her up, that's when things changed for her. Yeah, you thought you was the one out here playing games, and he got you. Let's move on. Okay. Jake and April being together, he seemed so disinterested in Miss Ma'am, so disinterested. I said, that man trying to get back to Ray. Hear me. All right. So Ray and Zay go meet with her mama and her friend. I just put in all caps, Zay need time to himself. I think he's a bit misunderstood, and it also causes him to misunderstand people when they try to, speak to him as well. So that boy just needs some time to his damn self. Ray says that she doesn't feel like she is heard because he talks too much. And I started to see that over time, that he does talk too much and always wants to be listened to and heard, right? But when he gives her the floor, as he has and done in the very beginning, to share her thoughts, she has nothing to say. Nothing to say. So now you want to say whenever you want to talk, you can't talk. Like, girl, shut up. I really put in all caps again. I think Ray is the problem just as much as he is the problem. And I think they made the right decision at the end that they shouldn't be together. Let me see. Done. Do you hear me? Stick a fork in her. Right, Jamie. Go take a bathroom break. Kobe was attractive. I'm not even gonna hold you on it. Kobe and Madeline perfectly toxic for one another. That's why she didn't care about the kissing of the girls. They both be on their BS, but she's just a bit slicker and turns it on him more. Yes. Oh, I couldn't stand Madeline. Oh, girl. I have to disagree. Kobe and Madeline give open relationships, but not like having other people, but allowing the other to do them in a I'm not going to stop your party, just don't get disrespectful way. Interesting. Okay. Got you. Okay. All right, let's keep going. April and Jake, okay? So she went through his phone, baby. Everybody going through everybody's phone. What's going on? All right, went through his phone and found a video of Ray over there popping their cootie twat, okay? Over there on somewhere at the club, okay? She decided she was gonna call him out. I think he ended up getting upset with her. Yeah, he ended up going off, getting upset with her, feeling like he can't trust her and all that other stuff. And I'm like, well, she just pretty much about did the same thing that you about did. So what you mad at, sir? You was just blowing your top the other day because you didn't like how she was acting and showing a picture or whatever. Now you got a whole video in your phone, this girl popping her cootie twat. And let us be clear, there were more images that were there. It wasn't just that one. Okay. What else happened? Jake definitely effed Ray. That's what I said. He about texting Ray when old girl April got upset and she left because it was her birthday. That's the other thing. It was her birthday, and she saw that video and all of that. So when she left, he was over there texting on his phone, and I say he probably texting Ray, let her know like, yeah, April just went through my phone. She saw this and she saw that. I wouldn't be surprised. So then Madeline tells her friends about Kobe, which I don't think she should have unless she was completely done with him. That's what I think. So she rushed to tell her friends like, hey, y'all, this NIGGA done sat up here and did this and he done did that, talking to this girl, doing whatever. And I just felt like she shouldn't have told her friends. That's just me. Unless you're ready to fully leave him. Because now to me, you look like a fool. You've been sitting up here talking to your friends, the same friends that dogged and dragged your dude in front of somebody else. So they probably do that on a regular basis. And you only going to go back and be with him. I don't know. I guess they're in a better place now because he's stuck with her now. But anyway, I did say this. Colby is manipulative, but Madeline is too. So I don't care what happens with them at all. Because they is both manipulative. And I feel like Tia was the one that laid it all out pretty good for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, episode 7, real quick, like. So Alexis returns as an engaged woman with a ring. And Alexis tells Madeline that she's confused as to why she's still with Colby. That's none of your business. Because Colby can walk in and tell Hunter he confused as to why he with you. So then Alexis was prying into Ray's business about Jake and wanting to get her thoughts on it. So then April wants her to hush and tell her, you need to be quiet because you're not inside the circle. Okay, girl? So if this your bachelorette party, that's cool and it's cute, but you need to be putting your mouth on something that don't concern you. So leave that alone. Don't be talking about what we got going on over here. And then April gets upset and she decides to leave the process. And I think she really just felt the way because, one, she was sitting here listening to a woman confess how she kind of really likes him without wanting to admit it. Ray was trying not to admit the like she had for Jake. out of fear of hurting the feelings of April. And Shanique told her, if you're not trying to say how you really feel to put her feelings before yours, then we have an effing problem. All right. And that's what it seems like Alexis was really going for. And that's another thing to me. Alexis, you weren't even around. So who were you talking to even know the dynamic between Jake and Ray? And for you to come in and want to put so much emphasis on them two being together, when you the same BIT that stood up there when you didn't get chosen like Nate, and you got up there and you gave this big old speech about your man. Who are you? Because you didn't want to see Hunter up there living with another girl doing this and that, and then you bring your raggedy mouth up there to sit up there and enforce Ray being with Jake. Now, who are you to pry into their business and doing all this extra stuff when you won't want the same thing in return? Girl, Alexis, bye. Okay, so there's that. What else? Ray started crying. I don't think Ray cried because April's feelings was hurt. I think Ray cried because she really does like Jake. It's getting to a love factor for me. That's what I think. What else? And I wish she would have just kept that a book when it came down to it. So Jake is so disconnected from April. When they went to go get his car washed, she's sitting on his lap and everything, she trying to pull him close. His arms done drop, like he ain't trying to do nothing. I said, this man do not want her. And she over here acting like everything is normal and he don't want her, and that's sad. Okay. What else happened? Oh, he says that when they upset, she always tries to. Oh yeah, he said like when we get upset, when we're arguing, you love trying to fill up on me, touch up on me, rub up on me, or whatever. And I'm like, well, I don't see the problem with that for real, because guess what? Ray do the same damn thing to Zay. That's how she know how to express herself too. But okay, so April and Colby have a much better connection to me. Madeline checks Colby after he throws food in April's mouth because they're all hanging out. And that's what I'm saying. The chemistry between April and Colby was much better. Much better. But for some reason, Colby was so fixated on Madeline, and I'll never understand it. What else? Shanique asked Randall about things that Madeline can fix about herself. But I don't think it mattered. Just like he said, it didn't matter. He said, what you're trying to do is get me to say some negative things about her. I kind of felt like he was right. I kind of felt like he was right. So Randall ended up growing frustrated with her because she really wants him to talk down on Madeline. She started to act immature again, childish, not wanting to have a conversation. Don't worry about it. F the ring, F the ring, F the ring. Yeah, you're not ready. You're not ready, girl. You're not ready. Because you're going to be saying all that, F the ring, get the ring, be married, and going to be taking the ring off and sitting it down. I ain't got time. What else? So Zay is being more open about wanting to marry Ray. She is now saying that she has things that she needs to work on. She likes to not, this is what she say. I like to not be pushed and I like to get my space. She no longer wants to be engaged right now. And I just feel like she want to F on a rich, scamming ass, period. That's what she wants. She wants to F on Jake, and she wants to feel okay and comfortable with doing that. Zay stayed out all night, and then he decided he was going to come back the very next morning. He didn't want to give her an explanation as to why his ass was out. So she told him that she was done talking to him and how she no longer wants to be with him anymore, and she isn't smashing him anymore. And I just felt like she said that because it made it easier for her to want to go and smash Jake. I think everything resulted back to Jake. I really do. And I feel like him leaving, we've seen a pattern of Zay where he always leaves. He always goes. He always leaves. That's his thing. So I feel like that's nothing new. She just used it in that moment as a way to get out of the relationship. And I guess it worked. April and Jake. Jake acknowledges that he came into the process really shitty, and he apologizes, and he wants to give her another chance as they go into their final week. So he definitely wants to work on things with April. But girl, it could not have been more bad timing for that to happen. Episode 8. Okay, so she punched him. This is what we learned. We learned that Ray actually punched Zay. I did not know that. She punched him. I do not like, so when she tried to leave Zay, He wouldn't allow her to go. He was blocking her movements, following her everywhere, and that would have bothered me. Okay, I did not like that he did that. I hate that it got to a point where she had to actually punch him. But sir, if she don't want to be with you, then stop trying to force her to stay. I didn't like that. Like, stop trying to just hang on. Like, give her space. She may come back around, but give her space. So she said she can't deal with him being out all night and coming home the next day. And I'm like, well, I know that's right. I know that's right, BIT. I won't be able to deal with that either. And then when you come home, you don't want to tell nobody really where the hell you been. You don't want to acknowledge your faults. But when I tell you I don't want to be with you, you want to sit up here and try and pigeonhole me. No, let me go the same way I let your ass go the night before when you left and then come back till 8 in the morning. I need the same space and freedom right now. Okay, so yeah. What else? She has the audacity to say that she don't want him to touch her because she don't know where he been. I'm like, but you got a whole gold box up there with kinky stuff in it that you was doing with old boy. And when they found it, he didn't even trip. Oh, okay. Well, he's saying he wants her to trust him. And I just felt like, Zay, but you're not giving her a reason to trust you. You want her to trust you, but you're not giving her nothing. So that's not going to work. He says that he been out here trying. And I'm like, but you can't be saying that you're trying and then you turning around and you leaving and then you're not returning until the next day. That's disrespectful. Okay. So Ray says she's done. But he keeps invading her privacy. She go in the bathroom. Would you stay? No. She go outside. He over there gonna tell her, he gonna go to the elevator. Like, can you come talk to me, please, please? Can you come talk to me, please, 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 please? And she's like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna come talk to you or whatever. He's like, okay. He clicks on the elevator, stands, looks over at her and says, I love you, and then leave. I said, what in the weirdest was this? It's giving, I'm about to go harm myself. I'm about to go unalive myself because you don't want to be with me. That's what it was giving. I said, I don't like how he did that. He probably be playing on the words. I don't know. I don't like that. But anyway, Shanique and Zay, she tells him he was wrong, and she thinks he uses his past as an excuse because Zay wanted to talk to Shanique. That ended up going left. You know why? Because Zay feels like he wasn't being heard or understood, when honestly, I think at times he doesn't hear or understand what others are coming from. And he's so used to being misunderstood that he just fights people. I don't get it. So he says that Ray left him like everyone else. And this is what Shanique said that he told her. And she was like, I feel like you let your past hold on. Like, you be trying to use your past as an excuse for situations that are isolated and have nothing to do with that. Like, though her leaving you ain't really the same as the other people that have left you. She's at least been here for you. You know what I'm saying? So like, what? So she says that everyone is patient with him because of what he's been through. And she feels that he should show the same grace for Ray, because we don't know what Ray been through. And I said, well, you got a point there. We don't know what Ray has been through and what causes Ray to act the way that she acts. Okay. And she's always a physical person. And I don't think that's anything wrong with being a physical person, but I just feel like she leads with that often. Okay. As though that's the only thing she has to offer. Talking about I think Zay won't find another woman because I can clean, I cook, and I know how to F. Like, who says that? But when they ask you why you love him, you can't even explain that. Like, girl, shut up. What else? Zay, I said, Zay, you talk too much. And then he does this thing where he cusses and he gets disrespectful. Okay, you like to overtalk people, you talk too much, you cuss. Anybody gonna be sitting up here like, we grown. I'm not gonna talk to you like that. You came to me wanting to have a conversation with me. Now I'm giving you my feedback. You want to be mad. Let's not and say we did. Okay. So I just said Zay needs time to himself. He needs to sit back and he needs to reflect on that. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. Okay. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Okay, where else am I? Okay, so Ray and Jake, she tells him, listen, I broke up with Zay. I feel like this could have been episode 9. Was this episode 9? I think. Let me see. Okay, maybe not. Okay. So she tells him that she broke up with Zay. They're no longer together. She tells him they argue a lot. Okay, this is when Ray meets up with Jake. She tells him about moving all of her stuff out. She speaks on what I feel like she gave him a lot of the spiel about her being single and what happened because she was hoping that Jake was going to end up being with her in that moment. That's what she was hoping for. But Jake was like, I'm trying to fix things with April. I've already told her that. That's what we're working on. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but Ray's face looked cracked and it looked sad. Like, dang. Okay, I was hoping I was gonna, because I still have that connection. But some part of me made me feel like if he would have kept April, I think Ray would have been okay being a side chick for some reason. I don't know, but some about it. But anyway, so Madeline has gotten to a place where she's ready to marry Colby. Shocking. She asked him about his regrets, and he was trying to make it real. What? He says that he was trying to make it real for her. Okay, basically showing her how she could feel if he goes off and be with somebody else and how it could hurt her. So she tells him, listen, I'm done, because it's the fact that he does not like to accept responsibility for his actions. Instead of just saying, I should have never did that, he wants to say, oh, I was trying to make it a real process for you. Sir, it's already a real process because she just lived with somebody else for 3 weeks. Like, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? But somebody in the chat said it best earlier. I think it was Tia. They do the same thing to each other. They about the same type of life. Okay, period. What did I say? I said I know Madeline is upset and all, but I just don't trust her and think she's a gimmick as much as he is. Okay, so they the same BIT. Period. All right, so I'm gonna go to episode 9, which I think was Ultimatum Day. I feel like I fast forwarded through a lot of this because a lot of the conversation and stuff was dry. I think this is where it was the lead up to them getting to the finale, right, of people proposing. So I just did a lot of fast forwarding. So episode 9, Ultimatum Day. Shanique and Randall. End of the day, he ended up proposing to Miss Girl. Okay, he ended up proposing to her. She said yes. Okay, she said yes. When he proposed, I didn't really see no tears, y'all. I didn't. I'm looking up here like, girl, I don't really see no tears. I see you making that same face you've been making every damn episode, but I have not seen a single tear drop from your face. But either way, congratulations and good luck. Okay, we'll see how that's gonna go in the reunion. April and Jake. Okay, so he let her do a lot of talking. I noticed. Okay, he did not propose to her at all. He says he isn't running off with Ray, and I said I think he is. He is gonna run off with Ray. Next thing you know, he tells her, listen, I'm not ready for this. I'm going to love you. I wish you luck. I hope all goes well. She had to take the walk of shame back to the truck as he goes in a different direction and catches up with Ray. Hugs on her. He lights up when he sees her. Okay. He tells her that he wants them to take a trip, just the both of them, to anywhere in the world. He has 2 tickets. So they walk hand in hand out of there. Girl, bye. Not for her to walk out of there hand in hand with this man and then turn around and be fucking on Zay shortly thereafter. Girl, I ain't got time for this. Okay. Girl, they full of shit. But anyway, that's what they want to do, girl. That's them. Madeline and Colby ended up getting engaged. Shortly thereafter, they ended up getting married. Okay, because Colby was not playing. Somebody he waited a long time for this. I'm just like, I need to know what is it about Madeline that he needed that, because she definitely comes off as a BIT. But anyway, Zay says he started working on himself, and I'm like, we shall see. Okay, the episode I think ended with Zay being in a room packing up his stuff and headed out. So girl, we gonna see. Let's go ahead and get to the final part. We made it, people. So the reunion. Okay, when I did not see Madeline and Colby sitting down on the stage with everybody else, I immediately said to myself, you know what? She must be pregnant. So when they announced them and walked out, I said, yep, just what I knew. She's pregnant, okay? They gift them a silver goblet for the baby, which was cute. But I have to say, and I'm glad they did that, because I was thinking to myself as I was watching the episode, what is the significance of the silver cups or whatever? Because I was so tired of seeing them damn silver cups throughout the episode. I said, is this a promo for a company or something? Like Nick Lachey, Vanessa, are y'all coming out with y'all silver cup line? Like, what is it? I'm so tired of seeing these silver ass cups. Like everywhere we went, there they go. All right, so they gave the baby one. Okay, so obviously there was some type of significance to it, because when they did it, I said, oh, okay, I guess it has some importance, because I was seeing it in every episode and I was tired of seeing it. Like I was glad to see Madeline and Randall taking shots from a different damn glass. I was like, about time, girl, can we see the same thing? But anyway, let's keep going. What else happened? So Nate was asked about his thoughts about pregnancy. He had no damn thoughts. Girl, they had to play the clip back and everything he said. He says he'd rather spend his life with her and not have any kids versus finding someone else that does. I said, do you know how stupid you sound? You sound so dumb to me. So dumb. So dumb. Like, that's the thing that you want. That's high key the thing that's the ultimatum, okay, the deal breaker for you, and you're willing to settle on that. Well, you ain't gonna settle for long. You just was trying to restrict her from getting with somebody else, wasting his and her time. Okay, so his girl finally spoke up. No, Nate can't explain why he proposed to her and robbed her of the opportunity. He couldn't really get no answer. I mean, I think he gave an answer, but my summary was that he couldn't even explain it. Okay. She decided that she was gonna speak up and jump in there because he was bombing. And she was like, we have decided to seek help and get therapy and this and that. And I said, girl, y'all are so full of shit. Yeah, we're working on therapy and all of this stuff. And Alexis asked the question that I was thinking. She said, okay, so are they having kids or they not? Like, girl, let's get to it. Like, y'all playing. What's happening? And she says, oh, well, we've agreed to have one for now. I said, girl, Lauren, you're such a liar. You're a liar. Okay, that's what that was. But way to save your man, girl, because he was definitely sinking. Jake wants people to believe that he has been focused on himself for 6 months. You ain't been focused on your damn self. And I was so glad April started chuckling because she was not believing it. I don't know if anybody caught the fact that April said that they lived together for a second. I think that when the show was over, they ended up living with each other for a few months. So I'm like, girl, y'all probably was definitely smashing. Like, I don't care about what none of y'all saying. What else happened? April laughs because she knows he was lying, and she knew that he missed Ray the moment they moved in together. Okay, and that was back when they was doing the 3-week process. April speaks on being glad that they weren't the best match for each other. He says that she tried to act like they was in a perfect marriage. I mean, perfect relationship. I said, that's not what that girl said. She didn't say that she tried to act like y'all was in a perfect relationship. She was just saying that y'all were not the best ones for each other. You're so focused on making her the bad person that you're missing the point. I loved how they played back the show and talked about how often he felt like he was drugged on his process. And it made me feel like, hey, she dragged me here. I didn't want to do this. She brought me here. I didn't want to do this. She brought me here. It was giving, I didn't want to do this. She brought me here. So if I do anything out of character, it's not my fault. It's her fault because she dragged me here. I didn't want to do this. Like, boy, shut up. Jake was definitely full of SHI too, just as sweet as he is. He's full of it. Jake always trying to remind people that that what he does isn't on him because, yeah, I said that. April said she stayed at his house for a few months and they were just coasting. But what was interesting is that they said the show hasn't filmed in about 6 months, right? She said she stayed at the house with him for a few months, then turned around and says that she's in a serious relationship and everything is perfect. They tell me they love me so much, they want to marry me and all this other stuff. And I said, all of this in 6 months since the show has wrapped filming? This don't make no sense. That's not adding up. But I mean, hey, girl, some people, hey, you done met somebody within 3 months, a month, 2 months, or whatever, however many months. Or did you meet this person, or were you with this person the whole 6 months when you were staying with Jake? I guess she's talking about she in a serious relationship now. They do talk about kids and it feels good. Girl, bye. I guess. Anyway, Ray and Jake did not go on the trip. We did learn that. They said they both needed time to heal. Y'all both was bogus. Zay tried her card. Okay. She said she tried to fix things with Zay, but it didn't work. He asked her, but I want you to tell the people, like, tell them why. Like, why didn't you go on the trip? She didn't want to answer that. He says that it's because they were back together. I don't know. He could be lying, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Okay. Zay says that they were smashing every day and she was with him the whole time. And yeah, I believe that part. Now, if they were not official back together, I do believe they were smashing all the time with each other every day. I think she yearned for that and she missed that. Zay says that he was at a friend's house when he got drunk and passed out. Mm-hmm. Ray says she doesn't know how. She says she doesn't know. Oh, she said something about she didn't. Oh, I think the question was asked, what did she think that he was doing? She said, I don't know. He should have just come home. And I'm like, I don't think it would have mattered. I feel like that's something he's done before, and you just needed an excuse to get out of the relationship. So there's that. Shanique spoke on getting physical with old boy Zay. Shanique spoke on the physical part between she and Zay. She knew after that, after doing the thing with him, she knew that he wasn't her person and that her person was Randall. But she also says that she told Randall immediately, right? So Zay, before we get into Zay now, I just felt like since she told Randall immediately, and then we learned that they have been broke up for about 6 months. I feel like they broke up because she smashed Zay. I feel like they broke up because they had a heart to heart and they told each other what all happened. And from that, they probably realized they probably need to take a break and don't need to be together. Now he feels like he should be with her because out of everything she's always been there. But dudes always do that. It usually take when they lose somebody major in their life or some traumatic events happen, it's usually the girl that's right there that makes them be like, oh, she was there through it all, so that's the person I want to lock down. And sometimes it's the girl that's always been there from the beginning. Sometimes it's a new girl that just happened to be there in that moment. Okay, and they end up choosing her. But at this point, it was Shanique, so that's why he wants to like hang in there. So they're continuing to work on their relationship. And I guess that's cool. And I respect the fact that they didn't stay engaged just to stay engaged to save face. They called the engagement off and they just gonna work on it and get to it when they're ready. So if that's what they want to do, get live. All right. And lastly, Zay accused Ray of effing Jake. Knowing that he actually smashed Shanique. And that was something that pissed Ray off. So Ray started going off. Okay. She started going off at this point. Like, you started calling me out. You started accusing me of doing things with Jake that I never did. And the reason you never saw it on camera was because there was never no proof in this and that. And I'm like, girl, shut up. I don't believe none of that. None of it. I don't believe none of what she's talking about. I do believe that they smashed. I think she was just smart enough to probably not do it on the cameras or something. For sure. What else? He tried to say that he was gonna, like, I guess she wanted an apology, like, you owe me an apology. And he was cutting her off, over talking her, not allowing her to talk when she was still trying to talk. He gets upset. He tried to take accountability. He looking at Jake like, Jake, didn't you hear me say that I apologize and I took accountability? I said, why are you asking Jake? Jake don't like you. Jake wants your girl. He not gonna co-sign for you. So then Zay decides that he's gonna get up and leave. I said, yep, run off like you always do. Because you don't know how to handle situations. Run off like you always do, baby. So he ran off, and then eventually, he decided he was going to come on back, which he did. Came on back, sat down, he apologized, and that was that. They went around asking people other stuff about their experience on the show and stuff. That's when a lot of the ladies said they would have chose Kobe right out the gate. I think one of the questions was who was the worst person on the cast member on the show or something. Hunter said it was Nate. It was funny because Nate really wasn't even on the show for real, and neither was Hunter. That was funny. And I think that was really it. It was nothing else that I really captured. So that's all. That's all that really happened on the show, The Ultimatum. All right. So all I got, girl, this was a long live. I appreciate you all for being here with me. Okay. Definitely make sure that you hit the like button. Okay. Let me see what else you guys are saying over here. Let's see. There are places that you can't put a camera like bathroom on the balcony. Agreed. So they definitely got it in. Yeah, April New Dude is on her Instagram. Oh, her new dude. But she say she was dating a woman? I don't know what her IG is. I thought she said that she was dating a woman. Well, that probably was a while ago. So maybe they're not together now. Dang, I forgot what Ray's did he tag her? I think I found Ray's page. Let me see if her new dude on here. I don't see her new dude. Let's see. That may be her new girl. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look again. Ray is the one dating a woman. Correct. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think she posted her new girl on her page. Ray dated a woman and she said she was bi. Oh, okay. I never knew she said that. There are places that you can't put a camera. No, I think I read that one. Ray was or is with a woman now, and she struggled with her sexuality, and now she's happy. Yeah, she did say she was very happy. Ray says she's now single and in therapy. Her and the woman is on a break. Oh, now they on a break. When did she say that? I guess she just posted somebody. Maybe that wasn't her girlfriend. Lauren looked embarrassed. Wouldn't be surprised if she left him. Yeah, they just, I don't see it. Like, why would he want to do that? Like, I would not be surprised if they're not together right now. If Lauren and Nate broke up right now, I would not be surprised because they weren't supposed to be together. And I feel like they could have stayed together just for the reunion so they could tell other people, oh yeah, see, we're still engaged. All to save face. Girl, are they still together? I'm gonna have to look this up and see who all still together, child. I do know that Randall and Shanique are still together, and I think that she might have her engagement ring back on her finger. Yeah, I think they may still be together. Not think, I saw him post her recently, but in a video when Ray was hanging out with them, it looked like she had her ring back on her finger. So I think they're still together. Yeah, April and Jake, I think she's moved on for sure. They're not together. Right. So I mean, I guess people got clarity. 1, 2. You only had 2 couples to break up. Jake, April, Zay, and Ray. That's it. And now we just trying to see what's going to happen with Lauren and Nate because that don't look authentic. Ray did a Q&A on Instagram and said the woman was very private and the show was a lot. They're going to revisit it in a few months, but she's in therapy now. That's great. I'm glad she's in therapy for sure. I think she could have saw some things about herself that she may not have liked, you know? Shanique and Randall are just forcing it. Dang, you think so? Dang. I didn't think that was forced in it, but you know, I mean, maybe so, girl. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Well, all right. Well, I did not mean to do that. I'll fix it once I hop off. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, all of that great stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out with me. To everybody that hung out with your girl for the past 3+ hours, I appreciate you. Hashitashi. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and head out, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.